Certifieds. I'm in the building. FBA Friday, and it's going down bad for them. If you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And when white supremacy's done with their tools, they break them. And when you encounter a broken tool, you leave it exactly where you found it. Family, they locking every damn body up. And I got a feeling that Don Lemon likes being locked up. Maybe he can get next to Van Jones. But fam, since it's cold and there's a winter storm and ICE is out here, ICE done even got Elsa. And they about to send her ass all the way back to the North Pole. But it's all good because we in here, we bold. Certified salute to the family. Certified salute to the team. FBA Friday. We in the house. Let's go to work. Yes, indeed.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Damn, family, y'all already roll calling. We ain't even called it out yet. But let's go to work. Florida, 2 times. Starting off with Florida twice, you know it's about to be something special. Chicago in the building. Somebody said broken lemon. Absolutely. Certified salute. I see another Chicago is in the building. New Jersey's in the building. Yes, indeed. Much love. I see the 512. Vancouver, Washington. Trenton, New Jersey. The DMV. Yes, indeed. The 630 is in the place. 216. That'd be Cleveland. 912. That'd be Savannah. Georgia's definitely in the house. Kansas City, Missouri's in the building. Boston's in the building. Philly's in the building. Another Florida. The 404, fam. I know y'all ain't gonna let Florida outclass y'all tonight. All right, the South is in the house and Florida is in front of everybody. Shout out to Florida. Another one. I see the whole team in the bed. I see everybody representing. I see Denver's in the place. Watts is in the place. St. Louis is in the place. New Orleans is in the place. There's so many people in the place right now. Y'all just froze my damn screen, okay? So I got to look at my phone. But no matter where we go, family, we're going to represent it to the fullest. Let's see. The 919 is in the building. Another Watts. Las Vegas. I see Harlem's in the place. New Jersey's in the place. Brooklyn's in the place. Phoenix is in the place. Alabama done stepped in. St. Louis done stepped in, moonwalk, hit a goddamn circle, and busted the splits in this thing. Louisville's up in here. Seattle's up in here. Sacramento, 215. That be Philly's in here. The 561, the 504. Houston, Texas in the building. Los Angeles is definitely represented in the house. And family, they going to the big house with bars and getting locked up because we've been telling everybody that all these damn Democratic shields, they out here crashing out. Think about this, fam. I want you to think about this. Out of all the politicians, all the journalists that keep on getting locked up, it's always the black ones. But then the question remains, fam, are these people getting locked up because the Democratic establishment or the Republican establishment? Or is it just white supremacy in general? Because they don't know no sides. They gonna tell you Donald Trump is out to get all the black people, but it sounds like the Democrats want all their black faces to be the crash tests, to be the human shields, be the ones that fall out. And that's what's happening right now with Don Lemonade. And boy, he gonna be in there straight up and down. He gonna be in there loving them hoes. Yes, indeed. And we gonna break it all the way down, including that he just got out now. But these are the developments and what we talk about. So all the rainbows, all the starbursts, all the fruit by the foot. I know you mad, but Don Lemon got a place right next to you. Let's go.
CNN anchor Don Lemon has been taken into custody. Lemon was with dozens of anti-immigration protesters as they interrupted a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota last week. Now, Lemon said he was there as a journalist, not a protester.
I'm just here. I'm just here photographing.
Are you okay?
I'm not part of the group. I'm just here photographing. I'm a journalist. So we don't know. That's what they're saying. So we're here just chronicling and reporting. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them.
And that's why we're here, demanding justice for Renee Good and letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a
Stop. You talking about that baby that everybody found out that the parents set it all up? Is this what we talking about, fam? What America are these individuals living in? Somebody got to let me know. Fam, this is what you get when you deal with these people. They out here trying to find every single reason to make this some type of flashpoint, but it ain't. I see Democratic shield. I see fruit roll up. I see Democratic crash test dummy. I see Starburst. I see Democrats want Black Americans to be on the front line and we saying hell no. They think they got Don Lemon Luther King. Hell no.
reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty God for righteousness, truth, and justice.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday, and we were interrupted by this group of protesters. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left. So.
His lawyer, Abby Lowell, says he was taken into custody by federal agents last.
Damn. So family, you already can tell exactly what we seeing right there live and in living color. These individuals is crashing out and they doing it for their favorite one and only political party. You see what we be saying, and don't we say that all the damn time? You see it, we see it, everybody sees it. Fam, let's make this crystal clear for the whole damn world. This is your typical Democrat pushing somebody to the front line. Did we not just talk about how they can't find foundational Black American certified grassroots people to be on the front line? Didn't we say that? Think about it. When we ain't on the front line, you see the Alex dude and you see the Renee chick. Both of them got smoked. Yep. And then you see that whatever lady talking and Don Lemon. They end up getting arrested, as well as 2 or 3 other people got arrested. Do you see the roles that were usually occupied by Black American certifieds ain't there? So now they got to go find everybody else. Now they got to go get them some substitutes because Black Americans said hell to the no. Don Lemon right now, you was running around here thinking you was slick, wasn't you? You was running around here thinking you was down with the dominant society. You ain't nothing more than just your average Democratic shield crashing out for some Democratic butter biscuits. Remember that, family. This is what it is. We're going to get right to it today, fam. They think that Black Americans is going to think this is some type of watershed moment. Didn't we also say they are in such a desperate search for some type of martyr? Ain't they trying to find one, fam? They trying to find little kids. We just showed on Tuesday. You got the one Hispanic lady who used her kid as a prop. Yes. You see the Mexican people, they use their kid as a prop. You seen the maybe Black folks, I think they was mops, melanated other people. They use their kid as a sacrifice. Notice that all of these people are trying to find a moment. It ain't nothing sticking. Ain't nothing sticking, fam. They keep trying to say, well, you know, we got us one. This is what it is. And family, Don Lemon, you really think you got Don Lemon Luther King? I'm going to tell you now, we reject your deposit. You can take that elsewhere. That ain't going to get off the ground. They right now trying to get us to think that Don Lemon is some type of freedom fighter superhero. Like we going to be, man, everything changed until that stuff happened to Don Lemon. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Let me tell you, I'm going to make my position very clear. I feel if you do all the bidding for the dominant society and white supremacy, then you shall be punished however white supremacy chooses to punish you. You just another broken tool. We done seen a million of them. We done seen a million. So they are out there trying to make him big. He done got out of jail, y'all. And they out there giving press conferences. They talking about some Don Lemon gonna change the game. Family, if you are a certified foundational Black American and you represent the grassroots, so let me ask you this question. Are you gonna get behind this right here? Is this individual right here? Is this your savior? Is this a rider? Is this somebody that we all gonna say, man, that was the moment right there, boy. Hands off Don Lemon. Don Lemon likes hands on him, especially if you're a W man. Don Lemon ain't no damn freedom fighter. I'm saying it now. I want all the Democratic shills, all the Democratic smuts. I want y'all to all hear this. Shout out to my brother Black Truth United for this one, by the way. Much love, fam. This right here is who you think Black Americans is going to get off the couch for. This right here is who you think Black Americans is going to say, nah, it was all over when they started trying to mess with Don Lemon. Don Lemon is off limits. He ain't no damn rider. You better get the hell up out of here. Family, take this man, lock this man up. He probably want to be locked up any damn way. Fam, Don Lemon will be right at home in the cell block. Word on the street, he might even drop the soap on purpose. I don't know, but that's what I believe. You feel me? So now we seen him go off in the church a few weeks ago. Fam, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, fam. You're going to hear this live. That Nick Shirley guy, the white supremacist dude, he went out there and he was having that whole little miniseries, that investigative thing, and he was breaking down all the fraud and stuff in Minnesota. And then immediately after that, them white supremacist Democrat handlers, they said, we got to have us another version of that. We got to go get them another version of this. Somebody said, well, let's go get Don Lemon. He ain't nobody. Don Lemon ain't nothing special. And guess what? He is a proud tap dancer. He'll do whatever the hell you want him to do. And then they sent him into that church. They knew what was going to happen. Fam, I'm saying this right now. They knew what was going to happen. The Democrats sent out Don Lemon to be a crash test dummy. And Don Lemon, being a good crash test dummy, he said, yes, sir. And he went on out there and he said, yes, sir. And then he got his ass locked up and he got arrested. Now, a lot of people say, oh, this is going to make Don Lemon even bigger. Nothing can make Don Lemon big. Don Lemon is a disgraced journalist. Nobody takes him serious. And the same Democrats that are so in love with Don Lemon now, those were the same Democrats who fired Don Lemon from CNN. And Don Lemon also had him an RAPE case, kind of, allegedly. He had some Me Too movement, allegedly, and he had one with some boys. Yes, you cannot rehabilitate Don Lemon. No. And if you think Black Americans is going to be like, man, that's it, hands off Don Lemon, then you going to F around and find out. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Don Lemon. Don Lemon is effing around and he's finding out. All of that tap dancing for the dominant society, that don't mean a damn thing. You ain't nothing but another Democratic shield that does all the Democratic bidding. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be. And we understand that. Black Americans, let me ask you a question. Do y'all give a damn about Don Lemon? Did you laugh when you saw this story? Did you lose any sleep? Because I'm going to let you know, on the Democrat side of the earth, they out there acting like this is World War III. This is an assault on all of us, fam. They out there literally running with this. They like, man, this is it. They out here tyranny. Y'all know the words. Let me say this, by the way. Y'all notice the people who have been oppressed and suppressed the most, Black Americans, we don't ever walk around and say BS like tyranny or fascism. Anytime you hear somebody talking that damn fascism, this is a fascist government. This is tyranny. Using all of that damn anarchist, all of that W Antifa talk. We don't talk like that. See, my Black Americans don't give a damn, don't give a damn, don't give a damn, don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about Don Lemon. Is this your way of getting Black Americans to go vote for you guys at the midterms? Then, family, I'm going to say it. The Democrats are even more broken than I originally suspected. And that was pretty bad. Y'all more broke now than you were when we broke your asses last year at the election. You damn right it is. Fam, we got these people completely shattered. They don't know what to do. Because I look at everything in the terms of straight up desperation. Delineation breeds desperation in those who have been delineated away from us. Understand that. This is just a situation where they're saying, how can we get Black Americans to go get involved? And I'm telling you right now, it's just not going to happen. On the Democratic side, they're making it look like this is the worst thing. And guess what they're doing now, y'all? They're running around here trying to immediately connect this to Black people. Everything. Chicago, they detaining Black folks. Hell no. Y'all next. Hell no. Then you seen them folks try to run Black Lives Matter out there. Then you seen Hugo Flea Newton. They try to run him out there. How many times have they tried to use Black to get Black Americans to go out there in the streets for ICE? And we keep saying, hell no. Reject, reject, reject. We done rejected your damn deposit so much, you need to go ahead and find you another bank. Because you can't put nothing up in here. Matter of fact, we're making you go broke, so you running out of money. Think about it, y'all. It was going to be we next, we next, we next. They was telling us we was next before the election last year. Come to find out, when I'm looking, y'all, who's really been next is Renee Good. She was next. Alex Petrie, he was next. Don Lemon, next. That big Tubular lady who was Black Lives Matter, she was next. Everybody I see that's next ain't us. So it's time we put all that next stuff to bed. Let me say this, family. And I'm going to say this. I want everybody record. Okay. I want everybody to record this right now. If you got a TikTok, record this, press play, press record, and put this up for the world. Don Lemon getting arrested by the feds, that was just karma for the Democrats always using foundational Black American pain and suffering to get us out in the streets to go harm ourselves fighting against ICE. That was just karma. That was just karma for you guys misusing and misrepresenting the slavery that our ancestors have been through. All you did was get your ABK, anti-Black karma. Remember, anti-Black karma knows no jurisdiction. So if you don't like karma, then I suggest you keep our ancestors and slavery and slave catchers out your mother mouth. How about that one? Or the karma is going to keep on adding, it's going to keep on building, and you're going to have to keep on dealing with it, and we're going to keep on laughing. Let's go to the streets. Family, this is what we're talking about up in here. You already know. You ain't going to misuse our foundational Black American icons and legends, okay? You're not going to run around here saying slave catcher. Notice, y'all, everybody who's been overusing and misusing the term slave catcher, slavery, Jim Crow, blacks is next. Y'all notice that all of them have been getting their karma? You notice something bad has happened to them, every last one of them? What happened to Hugo Flea? He was sitting there crying, tethered tears, doing a damn interview and having an apology video because the OG Panthers told him, hell no, put that flag down, bruh. Look at all these folks all getting locked up right now. Look what happened to the two Mayos out there. All of this misusing our foundational Black American history and our foundational Black American ancestors for your own political gain is coming back to bite you in the ass now. Because them ancestors, they watching. And this ain't the old days. We ain't praying to the African American. No, we speaking directly to the foundational Black American icons, elders, and ancestors. And they pulling that Lake Lanier energy. Don't be surprised, fam, if Lake Lanier starts snatching some folks up. It's about that time, right? Shout out to Georgia all day. Fam, let's go to the streets. They are trying to tell us that this is it for Black people. They trying to tell us that if we don't move now, Donald Trump is going to get us all. Misrepresentation of foundational Black Americans will not be tolerated, especially by this person who I highly suspect is a tether because that damn hairline done left a missing ransom note on the counter. But let's go to work.
Were arrested and 4 Black people were arrested and 4 Black people were arrested. And you know what Minneapolis did? They took to the streets to demand their release. 4 Black people, 2 including journalists like Don Lemon and Georgia Fort, who is a frontline journalist in Minneapolis, were arrested, and people have been taking the streets since 1 p.m. local time in Minneapolis. You have immigrant rights groups like MIRAC who are saying drop the charges, free them. And at the time of this video, Georgia Fort has been released from custody. And her question was a question that I have as well. Do journalists not have First Amendment protections? Does she not have freedom of the press? What? And the thing is, Minneapolis is showing us how it's done. When you attack Black folks, especially journalists, oh, baby, we getting in them streets, and that's it.
Y'all hear this? Fam, she's straight up saying it. She's straight up getting straight to the Democratic Shield tether point. When you attack Black folks, we get in the streets. The Black people ain't out in the streets. You know that, homegirl. You know that. Stop playing. Stop. Get your ass the hell up out of here. You know damn well Black folks ain't out there in them streets. Stop playing. And do you hear her, fam? She's laying it on thick. See, back in the old days, brothers and sisters, they used to have to kind of wait. They would kind of have to just be like, hold on now. We'll kind of slide the lie in at the end. Y'all see now we've got these people so desperate that they just lying straight up from the jump. They not even waiting to lie no more, family. Right now, they just straight getting to it. Black folks is out in the streets. Immigrants is out in the streets. Are you surprised, my Black brothers and sisters, that immediately after this situation with Don Lemon, they done turned this into an attack on Black Americans? Because you couldn't pull that attack on Black Americans with Tom Homan. You couldn't pull that attack on Black Americans with the Tether Panther Party. We got their ass up out of here. You couldn't pull that attack on Black Americans with the Trump administration in the 14th Amendment. So now you're saying, what's next? They are desperate as hell to try to get Black Americans to feel that this has something to do with us. This ain't got a goddamn thing to do with my lineage, heritage, and culture. This got everything to do with fruit by the foot, Starburst, Skittles bag lemon, and he ain't no damn Don Lemon Luther King. You can take that stuff back to whatever village you personally came from, homegirl, and the Democratic plantation. We have rejected your deposit.
Protections? Does she not have freedom of the press? What? And the thing is, Minneapolis is showing us how it's done. When you attack Black folks, especially journalists, oh, baby, we getting in them streets. And that's exactly how we all need to do it. Because at the end of the day, I've been saying this, these struggles are interconnected. That man in the White House is going to keep attacking as many people as possible because he's an arrogant son of a bitch. And as many people as possible need to keep fighting back. Free all of them. They should not have been arrested for covering a protest, and neither should the protesters at the end of the day. If you don't want your church protested, don't hire an ICE director. Plain and simple.
What? Whoa. Who gave you, fam? I want everybody to hear that and listen to the ignorance that just came from them. Listen to that foolery. If you don't want your church protested, don't hire an ICE director. Who the hell gave you the power to make that type of assumption? Who the hell said that you can go to a church because you don't like they hired somebody? So family, we don't like a lot of people who are hired. You notice they never said this about the police officers that are hired that unalive Black people unjustly. They don't never talk about protesting and running up in the police department. We got him. We got Black Alpha. You done got him again. You notice that, family? They never ran up in anywhere where a foundational Black American was unjustly harmed. They don't run up in the police station. Have you ever seen Don Lemon run up in a police station and demand justice for a Black person that was unalived by a police officer? Fam, there's so many we can lose count. Y'all don't ever take those opportunities up. Let's fast forward based on their logic. This is based on their logic, okay? On their logic, all of those supremacists go to church. Why don't you go up in any of the churches that house supremacy? Supremacy's been housed in churches for hundreds of years. The KKK says that they are a Christian organization. You don't run up in them. You don't go and address that. You ain't never got no smoke for anybody whenever it's a Black issue that Black people want. You notice this with Democrats, y'all? Democrats don't support Black issues that Black people want. Democrats only support Black issues that their white Democratic slave master told them to. The jig is up. The jig is up. You can get mad all the hell you want to. I don't give a damn. We know you do whatever your master tells you. We have a rally for reparations. They don't show up. 2 little young Black American girls got unalived by 2 illegal immigrants. Republicans talk about it more than Democrats. Democrats, your credibility is shot to shit. You ain't got none. You're irrelevant. You're desperate. You're trying to cling on to any damn person that you can to come up with a fake freedom fighter martyr because we see y'all getting unalived out there in them streets and Black folks ain't helping. Has nothing to do with us. And the very fact that you found Don Lemon, family, by the time you go and come up with the damn idiotic idea that Don Lemon is going to be your freedom fighter, Don Lemon is going to be the man who stands for justice, you're trying to find a martyr in Don Lemonade. You're trying to turn Don Lemonade into Don Luther King. Hell no. Don Lemon Luther King. Hell no. It just ain't going to work. By the time you get to that, we already know where you are. Family, look at this. Nobody is more scared than a Negro Democrat. Matter of fact, talking about church, you need to quit protesting churches and you need to go up in the church and start praying because y'all MFers are scared shitless.
In white Minnesota, the only people that they've arrested, aside from immigrants, are Black journalists and in largely white protests. They really want to force Black people's hands for some reason. They really need us. Do they need Black blood? I know they got the Black bodies, but what is it?
Don't be putting us in that. Don't be talking that rhetoric. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Don't you be mentioning. Listen to these people, fam. Democrats don't like Black people. Simple as that. Neither do Republicans. But the Democrats pretend to. We calling out the pretender. Okay, all they asses is full of it. But these are some pretenders out there immediately talking about some, they want our blood. They want Black blood out here in the street. What about the Black blood that was spilled from them illegal aliens that unalived our sister? That, by the way, I'm still waiting on a Democrat to even mention. Do you bring that up? Oh, you going to skip over that, though, ain't you? Oh, you ain't got no time for that now, do you? Oh, you going to pretend you didn't just hear that, though, huh? Y'all see what we talking about? We're exposing right now on this broadcast like we've always done, and we doing it straight to the damn point. F your feelings. Democrats can't stand black Americans, and Democratic Negroes, they don't like black Americans just as much. How do you know? Because of rhetoric like this.
Because they're arresting these people, but they want a larger outcry. They need a larger outcry. And I know it's hard to sit in the stillness and watch this happen, but they are trying to force our hands.
What?
They need us to do something that apparently spilling white blood isn't doing. It's something they need from us, because how are only black journalists being arrested?
I'm going to tell you why. Because only black journalists are the ones out there crashing out. That's why. I want y'all to notice how she's trying to paint this picture of how can only black journalists be out there getting arrested? How come only black politicians are running up in ICE facilities? How come only black politicians are singing and dancing? How come only black politicians get arrested all the time? Do you guys realize we are the only people where our politicians get arrested every single year, every single administration, every single decade? How many white politicians ever get arrested? None. How many black politicians get arrested? All the damn time. Fam, I remember John Lewis ass out there getting arrested when I was like 11 years old. He was out there, Selma did it now, Selma. I sat there and seen John Lewis go from 40 to 50. This motherfucker skipped over 60, went straight to 70. Next thing you know, I blinked, he was 182. This man was old as hell, still hosting sit-ins. You know why? It's because there's no such thing as a black Democrat or a black Republican. Only Negroes that work on the plantation. Word is wise, family. Let's make this clear. There ain't no such thing as a black Democrat. I know you want to be a black Democrat. I know you feel you a black Democrat, because being a black Democrat, what you believe is that gives you access and proximity to whiteness. 9 times out of 10, a black person who wanted to be white realized sometime in their life at one point or another, they could never be white. They said, well, let me be a Democrat that's closest to whiteness. Republicans do the same damn thing. This is why we operate straight up independent. This is why they can't wrap their minds around independent black folks who ain't shucking and jiving for them political parties. Black Democrats don't like black people. I'm saying that. I'll say it again, family. How do you know they don't like black people? You go ahead and make a list of all the issues that black Americans want, and black Democrats don't support them. You look at all the things that the white Democrats want for black people. The black Democrat agrees with all of them. Fam, black Democrats are the only people who agree with their political party 100 times out of 100. If Joe Biden came out and said something right now, if he can still talk, I guarantee you he'll have white opposition from inside of his party. If Donald Trump comes out and says something, he will have opposition from inside of his party. You ever notice the only people who never have inter-party opposition are the black Democrats and Republicans? Have you guys noticed that? You ever notice that? Asians will stand up and say, no, I don't like it. Puerto Ricans say, no, I don't like it. Hispanics all across the board, Mexicans, they'll say, we don't like it. Black Democrats say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see what we're talking about. This is why black Americans gave black Democrats their pink slip, and we escorted them the hell out the community. And do you see why we move so much better without their asses around, family? Al Green, good point. Al Green, what happened to him? The man goes out and crashed out. All you've seen since the reemergence of Donald Trump is white Democrats pushing black Democrats to the front of the line to be their crash test dummies. And black Democrats are more than willing to do so because they understand that is a part of the job description. You're not there to do anything. And let me ask you another question since we're in here right now, fam. We almost got 2,000 people in here, fam. We only been on for 28 minutes. Let me ask you this question, my certified, bona fide, qualified brothers and sisters. Tell me the black Democrat that pushes black specific policies. Tell me the black Republican that pushes black specific policies. I'm not talking about trickle down, down, down. I'm not talking about trickle around. I'm not talking about they get some, they get some, they get some. I'm not talking about black on the headlines, but people of color in the fine print. Tell me a black Democrat that pushes black first policies. What do you mean by black first? I mean the policies that black Americans as a general consensus have agreed upon. You remember when they asked us with the NAACP, what's your position and how do you guys feel about reparations? Remember, black Americans, undoubtedly, we all said we want reparations. NAACP came out and act like they didn't even put out the poll. Y'all notice that? They don't give a damn about black folks. And I want y'all to notice this as well. Every single thing that this woman is saying, she's saying it, but it's because of the Democrats. Is she trying to make it look, brothers and sisters, let me ask y'all a question. Is this woman trying to make it look like black people are on the front of the lines getting slaughtered? Because that's not what happened. Black folks is line dancing, sitting at the damn house. I'm in Georgia. It's about to snow tonight. We enjoy, and I'm going to go outside in the snow. Hell yeah, you goddamn right. I'm going to go outside in the snow, and I'm going to see all type of ice. And then I know some people who live down the street from me, and I might call ice. So it might be ice on ice where I live. What about where you live? But I'm going to tell you where I ain't going to be. I ain't going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I ain't going to be at this ICE protest. Did y'all even know today was a national ICE out shutdown? How many of y'all even knew that? Nobody does. Look how this woman is desperately as hell trying to connect us to a protest and a rally that there is no visible evidence of us even being there. Get your popcorn out. I feel you, family. Let's go.
Now, if some other journalists have been arrested, please let me know. But from what I understand, it's been black journalists in a protest that was attended by, I feel like, thousands of white people. Journalists, they're doing their job. How are they arrested? I want to understand, because I feel like this is bigger than Minnesota. This is something that, and I hate to be the one out here on the conspiracy tip, but it feels like they need something from us. They need something from us, the black people, not other people. They need something from us. They need to force our hands to do something. I know you're gonna say martial law and all of
martial law. Family, how the hell you line dancing during martial law? Fam, this is why they don't ever want to talk about how much we're having a great time, because it doesn't fit their agenda. What is this woman? No, I'm sorry, I don't know this woman. And by the way, she keeps saying black people, black Americans. Who are you talking about? I don't know. We'll get to that later. However, family, everything that she's saying applies to the Democrats. She's trying to make it look like the Republicans want us out in the streets getting unalived. That's the Democrats who want it. The whole world knows that the Democrats want black people to go out there and get unalived so we can become their martyr for fighting against ICE and fighting for illegals. Everybody knows that. The Republicans know that. How in the hell does she think it's Donald Trump that wants that to happen? As a matter of fact, I believe that the Republicans, the last thing they want is for black American to go out there and get unalived. That's the last thing that the Republicans want right now, because the Republicans are running off of an agenda that immigration harms black Americans, which it does. So why would the Republicans want us to go out there and get unalived fighting against ICE? That doesn't fit their agenda. Everything that she's saying about the Republicans applies to the Democrats. The Democrats want you out there unalived. The Democrats want you to be the crash test. The Democrats are trying to find a fake martyr. They're the ones who really want the black blood, not no damn Republican. Not because the Republicans give a damn, but it's a seesaw of the left-right paradigm. You see what I'm talking about. Now, this is what happens when you see a scared Negro. And family, if you think she was scared, wait until you see this guy right here. This man I'm about to show you, his ass was scared beyond repair. You can't get this right. Watch this man, family. Scared to death.
Us.
Really quick, too, let's remember, like, everybody's talking about stages and how, when they start arresting journalists. Let's remember, the first stage for Don Lemon was they fired him from CNN and Joy Reid.
Joy Reid was fired from MSNBC, a liberal organization. Don Lemon was fired from CNN, a liberal organization. Is he trying to make it look like they got fired from Fox News? No. They got fired from the liberal organizations because that was the first time their tools got broken. Here we go again.
Joy Reid from MSN. And they fired all the black people from CBS. So we're not in stage one where they're arresting Don Lemon. We're past that stage. We are in deep. So let's remember that this is not stage one of, oh my God, we're creeping towards fascism. We're in fascism. They fired all the black people from the CBS News desk. 60 Minutes has been busted for not posting stories that we've seen online.
What is this man talking about? Family, what the hell is this man talking about? Did he just say we're in fascism because Joy Reid and Don Lemon were both fired from liberal organizations that had literally nothing to do with Donald Trump? Nothing at all. Didn't we just say a few days ago, family, they're to the point where they're just making stuff up? They just making stuff up now. Now it's to the point, fam, they don't even want to make sense. They ain't even trying at this point. They saying anything. Desperation calls for these people just to say whatever comes to mind. They were fired from their precious Democratic organizations. It had nothing to do with the Republicans.
Nationwide, we're not getting any coverage out of Minnesota or Maine, for God's sakes. Definitely not Maine. And Don Lemon first was fired from CNN. Now he's been arrested as an independent journalist. Let's remember that. And really quick too, let's remember, like, everybody.
No, really quick, get your ass out of here. Scared. Hell no, bounce, get out of here, scared man. We ain't got no time for no scared ass man. Go ahead and sit down, get the hell up out of here. You ain't representing us. You ain't representing nothing we got going on. You just petrified, and you gonna live petrified. Family, I want you to understand this, okay? They say the more things change, the more they stay the same. What these people represent, family, are the scared Negroes on the plantation, okay? This is what they represent. They're petrified of fear, okay? Fear, the thought of fear, makes them just, if you even think about something, they just get scared. They get shocked. They don't want Black Americans to do anything because they feel that's going to disrupt mommy and daddy. Okay, that's really what it is, fam. They don't want to disrupt mommy and daddy because they understand when mommy and daddy get mad, they're going to get broken. And they just say things that make no sense. What we're experiencing now, brothers and sisters, when we read books and we go back in time and we understand things, what we're seeing now, my brothers and sisters, we're seeing what it's like to be a free Negro that was trying to get off the plantation or revolt. And all the scared Negroes were saying, don't do it. Back in the old days, it was just a plantation. Now it's a political party plantation. But it's the same mentality of scared Negroes. And they're desperate. I want you guys to see the disingenuous, the vile, the despicable behavior that they're willing to go to all of these measures just to get us on the front line of a protest that is very, very hostile. Remember this, y'all. Anybody telling a Black American we're next, or telling a Black American we need to go out on the front line of these anti-ICE protests, that is a hostile move. That is a very hostile move because what's going on those protests are not good or conducive to us making it back home to our family. So, i.e., de facto, they want you unalive so you don't make it back home to your family. The Democrats right now want Black Americans to be harmed, and they're willing to do and say anything to get it happen, fam. Right now, the Democrats are trying to set us up for a trap. They want us all gone. I'll say it loud. Democrats want us all out the paint. And we're not doing it. So therefore, now they're getting despicable to this point. They don't give a damn about anything going on. And they're using Don Lemonade as an example. And family, look at all this stuff that came out today. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to see this. Remember they were just talking about CNN? Do y'all know CNN put out a statement? Yes, CNN put out a statement about Don Lemon. Ain't this the same CNN that fired Don Lemon? They say the FBI's arrest of our former CNN colleague, why is he a former, raises profoundly concerning questions about press freedom and the First Amendment. The Department of Justice already failed twice to get an arrest warrant for Don and several other journalists in Minnesota. Family, have you ever seen a news organization come out and put out a press release about a former employee that they fired? You see how they're trying to make this look like it's some big mighty situation, and it's all to get us on the front line. So Don Lemon ends up getting arrested. They ended up snatching his ass up. Okay. He was out there in LA and he was thinking he was going to be at the Grammys. And he thought he was going to go there and have a good time. I want everybody to know this. Don Lemon, when he ran up in that church, he was talking real reckless. Don Lemon was running around here telling everybody, come and get me. Come and get me. I don't give a damn. I'm out here. Come and get me. I want everybody to realize something. All of that come and get me talk that Don Lemon was doing, what that really was, my good brothers and sisters, that was nothing more than a mere situation where they wanted us to fall for the okie doke. And we simply said, hail to the no. And family, right afterwards, they released him. Y'all look at this little press conference he had. In this little press conference, family, he's out there acting like he is Don Lemon Luther King and he's some type of martyr and how his star is only going to grow. No, both your knees going to be on the floor. But that's really where you're always at, ain't it?
I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all. I want to thank everybody.
I look forward to my day in court. Boy, they done ain't got Don Lemon to be a martyr. You know you ain't got nothing going for yourself when Don Lemon is the person you say, you know what, we going to win with Don. No, you're not. No, you're not. And he's just another tool, and tools are meant to be broken. And we're meant to sit there and look at him, and we sit back. Now, family, what ends up happening is this man runs up in this church. And when he runs up in this church, family, he ends up having this whole little drawn out thing. See, what they wanted that whole running up in church thing. They wanted that to be the big moment. They wanted that to be the moment where everybody was like, oh, watershed. Oh, here we go. Game changer. And no one really gave a damn. No one really cared. It didn't really move the crowd. People were just like, man, what the hell is this? Who gives a damn? And on top of that, family, when that didn't work, then next thing you know, they start saying, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some charges off on these people. We're going to end up getting these people arrested because the Democrats, again, for the millionth time, all they have is to use foundational Black American pain and suffering for their own political, social gain. Without us, they have nothing at all. And when that didn't end up getting where they wanted it to go, the next thing you know, family, they started arresting a lot of them individuals. And everybody's talking about, well, how come it's only the Black people? Because white folks ain't out there crashing out. Let me tell you why. If you want to know why it's only the Black journalists that are getting arrested, it's only the Black politicians that are getting arrested, because the white journalists and the white politicians use those Black journalists and the Black politicians as crash test dummies to go do all the damn dirty work. And that's how it's always been. And you ain't fooling nobody because we've always noticed it. And family, you remember the lady who got arrested just a few days ago that was out there with Don Lemon? Look at this right here, y'all. I want y'all to see this. She's running around here now, and she's trying to say that the Don Lemon situation before, she said when she got arrested, it was like slavery. Fam, they're not even saying slave catchers no more. She straight up says when she got arrested, it was like slavery.
We had belly chains around our waists, and we had handcuffs with bars in the middle. As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life. Being shackled as if I was a slave.
You a tether. Fam, look at this woman. Fam, I want you to look at all of this right here. You see this? It's fighting for this. But this won't admit it's fighting for this. So this pretends that they're doing it for Black folks. How dare you use slavery again? I want y'all to notice, nobody on the planet is comparing ICE to slavery other than the Democrats. Your average everyday Black American ain't saying that. The only people who somehow see some type of correlation is the Democratic Party, because they gain from it politically, which means they don't give a damn about Black people, like I said earlier. That woman's a tether. And notice she said she studied African American history. She didn't say as a foundational Black American. She said she's someone who studied, because that's what tethers always do. They study our history and then they try to Democrat spin it.
We had belly chains around our waists, and we had handcuffs with bars in the middle. As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life. Being shackled as if I was a slave. It is unacceptable and unconscionable, but it's on brand for a while.
Freeze. So you can say all of that, right? Then how come you ain't did nothing about the millions of Black American men who are unjustly put behind bars? How come you ain't said nothing about the millions of Black American women who are unjustly put behind bars? You only care about Black people when you can get Black people to go fight for non-Black people, because that is your charter and your orders given to you directly by your Democratic slave masters. Fam, the Democratic chumps and smuts in the Democratic plantation is played the hell out. Ain't nobody going for that. I don't know who the hell they think they fooling with all this stuff about Black Americans and Don Lemon. Ain't nobody on none of that. But let me say this as well, because I had some people that was popping up in my chat. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show y'all this. I'm going to show y'all. We about to go there. If y'all want to come on social media with me, let's go to social media real quick. Let Black Alpha show y'all some things, okay? I'm going to show y'all the mentality of these Democratic shills. They're running around here left and right trying to get Black Americans to get on board. And I'm going to show y'all why facts don't mean nothing to these individuals. And I'm going to show y'all why these individuals are exactly what they've always been. I posted this earlier today, right here. Posted it earlier today, y'all. Look at this. Don Lemon getting arrested. Look at that. Real funny, right? Y'all look at this and look at the Democratic shields. First off, we got some brothers and sisters that was rolling. They was laughing. There go my brother Black Truth United. Shout out. But family, you going to see the Democratic shields get to popping up in the damn chat. Look at this one. Y'all be tap dancing hard on this app. Look at this right here, family. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to show y'all what it's like. I'm going to show y'all the Democratic shields out there. Y'all be tap dancing too hard on this app. Why? Because somebody who's anti-Black got arrested by the same supremacists that they're beholden to? Page is ran by a Black man. Oh, you mean the Black man that you can simply just click on the icon and see that he's right there and got all the photos and all the pictures up? That's old and outdated. That's what y'all was trying to run on the election. We rejected your deposit. Get some new material. Fam, they'll sit there and say you a bot when your face is right there and you talking to them. They don't even make no sense. All they do is strike out. That's it, family. Even further, fam. Even further. Look at this right here, family. I'm no fan of Don Lemon, but arresting a journalist for covering a story is extreme. This is very much Netanyahu, Israel. Fam, that ain't got nothing to do with Black Americans. Nice try. Right here. NIGGAs think this issue's a game until they gaffle up somebody from the Black grassroots independent media. This has constitutional ramifications. Man, if you don't get your scared ass the hell up out of here, fam, I'm tired of y'all scared Democrats. Go to church. Quit trying to protest the church and go to church. Go pray. Go have a sermon. Go talk to the deacon or some damn body. We tired of y'all trying to put your punctified scared ways on us. If you scared, be scared. Be scared and get the hell up out of here. All the stuff we be out here in the streets doing, and you trying to tell us we need to worry about the Democrats. Look at this. This isn't worth celebrating when the First Amendment and freedom of press is under attack. Get the hell out of here. I got the freedom of press to tell you to get the hell out my face. Celebrating the slave patrol on a Black man. So Don Lemon now is the representative of Black. Don Lemon ain't got behind no anti-Black American hate crime protection. Don Lemon ain't supported no damn reparations. Don Lemon ain't talked about Noah Bush. He ain't talked about the 2 young sisters that was unalived by illegal immigrants. He ain't said a damn thing about Joe Biden and the 1994 crime bills. Matter of fact, they supported it. But yet you want to talk about there's some type of authority when it comes to Blackness. Look at that. He's out. And this guy says, UW, man. Again, click the page. You'll see that we all Black over here. Keep dancing for them, bootlickers. I want y'all to notice right there. Notice how they'll call us the bootlickers. Y'all notice that? Have y'all noticed that, fam? The Democrats love to call us the COONs. They love to call us the bootlickers. How many of you guys remember when Roland Martin called in to Jason Black's show years ago, fam? And Roland was trying to act like it wasn't him, but Jason Black knew it was him, and Jason Black started checking him. One thing that caught me is Roland was trying to call Jason a COON. That's one of the games that these smuts play, fam. They always say things to us that applies to them. Reverse psychology. But what we do, we send it right back to their ass. And let me say this, and I show that for a reason. You see how them people is caping for Don Lemon? You see how they said Don Lemon is a black man? Don Lemon out here in these streets? Let me ask you a question. Has Don Lemon ever reported from the scene of 2 hate crimes? I have. Has Don Lemon ever spoke about reparations for foundational black Americans and compensation and cash payments? I have. Has Don Lemon ever even stood on anything for black Americans? No. Let me show y'all the Don Lemon that these people are so in love with. Let me direct your eyes to the screen, my brothers and sisters. Look at your screen right here. Let me show y'all the Don Lemon that they trying to make look like he's some type of black martyr. All y'all Democratic shields listening, I want you to hear Don Lemon right here. And I want you to see how Don Lemon feels about black people.
Please, black folk, pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior. Pay close attention to the hip hop and rap culture that many of you embrace, a culture that glorifies thug and reprehensible behavior.
Let's talk about race. Let's talk about black on black violence.
The outrage that I have is in the lack of really the national attention to what is an epidemic of crime in the black community committed largely by blacks.
Why aren't we talking about it? Good question. So listen.
Whoa! I thought this was Don Lemon Luther King. I thought this was the guy that we were supposed to put on the case for. Black Americans. This is why you laugh at these people when they get broken. This is why you laugh at these people when they get snatched up. Don't you ever put on no capes for these damn people. We ain't gonna play this game where we gonna ignore and deny all the anti-black American hatred that they have towards us because the Democrats told you to. I ain't no goddamn Democrat. So I ain't got to follow what the Democrats say. You may follow the Democrats, love the Democrats, get on both knees for the Democrats, let them put your legs up in the air, let them slide their hand up your back. I don't get down like that. And if you notice, fam, right here, this person was talking about Zimmerman. So during the Zimmerman coverage, they were using black on black crime against black Americans. And that's the clip that Don Lemon chose to use against black Americans. And this is the same person that you're trying to get us to put on the cape for, like he's some type of black freedom fighter. If anything, he's the damn fascist. Because I ain't never heard Donald Trump use this type of rhetoric. And I don't want to hear about no damn Central Park 5 when Donald Trump was a Democrat at the time. And all Democrat judges and politicians was behind it. Oh, the Democrats is in one today. Watch even further.
Why aren't we talking about it? Good question. So listen to this.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African-American family.
He's got a point.
What?
In fact, he's got more than a point. Bill?
Raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that too. But in my...
Whoa! Is that Don Lemonade agreeing with suspected supremacist Bill O'Reilly? Bill O'Reilly's a Trump supporter. Oh, they ain't gonna show you this. You ain't seen this in the news today. You ain't seen none of them scared Negro Democrats talking about this. You got Don Lemon using Bill O'Reilly talking points about the black family basically being prone to criminality. And Don Lemon said he's got a point. He agrees with him. He's agreeing with MAGA. See, the Democrats live in a world where they don't want you to see what they do. They don't want you to call their ass out. They want you to be blind to all of their anti-blackness. And when you ain't blind to it, they get smads. Well, you gonna stay mad because I'm gonna keep calling your ass out because the receipts have been here.
My estimation, he doesn't go far enough.
What?
Because black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing. Here's number 5, pull up your pants. Walking around with your ass and your underwear showing is not okay. In fact, it comes from prison when they take away belts from the prisoner so that they can't make a weapon. And then it evolved into which role a prisoner would have during male-on-male prison sex. The one with the really low pants.
Hey, y'all know he knew a lot about that, didn't he? He like, it came from here on a Saturday. A guy made it up and his pants was at a 32-degree angle and he wore a size 36. Yeah, you seem to know a hell of a lot about black men and they pants sagging below their waist. That's something you was very interested in there, huh? Lemonade. Yeah. And notice, fam, he said that Bill O'Reilly didn't go far enough. He said Bill O'Reilly throwing the black family under the bus, that was just half of the story. And then I want y'all to know this as well. CNN's running around here trying to make it look like he a freedom fighter. Why did CNN allow this anti-black racism and him hurling these anti-black racial tropes towards us? CNN allowed this on air. This shouldn't even be on air. You would never see anybody have a segment about why this goes on in the Asian community, or why this goes on in the Hispanic community, or why this goes on in the white community. We're the only community where this type of rhetoric is allowed to be aired. They would never air this same dissecting falsehoods, racial tropes, and slurs towards a particular community unless it's us. And then they got Don Lemonade to do it. And now fast forward, they got us on the thing where they want us to go get on the front line. Hell no.
Is a submissive one. You get my point? Number 4 now is the N-word. By promoting the use of that word when it's not germane to the conversation, have you ever considered that you may just be perpetuating the stereotype the masser intended, acting like a nigger? A lot of African Americans took offense.
Wow, y'all. Y'all smash that like button. We in here live and we in here on top, family. Oh yeah, we putting an end to all of this. Yep, lock them up, let them out, lock them up again. I don't give a damn. Hell no. Nope. And notice, fam, this man done use clips of other people talking. He went back to a previous clip of himself. So he done said so many things about us negatively, fam. He can go back in the past and find the clip. What we talking about, brothers and sisters?
To that too. And I wondered if I gave the right advice. I really did. But confirmation came the very next day on my way home when I exited the subway on 125th Street in Harlem. This little kid in a school uniform, no older than 7 years old, he was crying his eyes out as he walked down the sidewalk with his mother. I'm going to be honest here. She turned to him and she said, "I'm sick of you. You act like an old ass man. Stop all that crying, nigger." Is that taking the...
Man, hell no. Y'all don't believe this. Hey, man, y'all notice he keep putting the ER on it. He keeps putting the ER on it. I ain't never seen no damn black American refer to their kid as the N-word with the ER at the end. That, hell no. He's purposely doing that, family. He's purposely doing that as he's making all of this up. You see it. Fam, the receipts is here. That's the most beautiful thing about receipts, y'all. They live forever. And it's regulating gonna live forever, if you feel me. You see where this man's going for, fam? So let's get this right. In just this short 2 minutes and 38 seconds, he used a clip of a woman defending George Zimmerman. He used a clip of Bill O'Reilly disrespecting our family and said not only did he agree with Bill O'Reilly, he also didn't believe Bill O'Reilly went far enough. And now he's saying that he's seen some random woman call her son the N-word with the hard ER on the train. And then he applied that situation, which I don't believe happened, to all 50 million of us. But he ain't applying supremacy to the liberals or to the Democrats. Ain't it funny?
The word back? Think about that. Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering. I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day, I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away.
Fam, so now we're litter bugs. Fam, I done been called a hell of a lot of things as a black American. Fam, I know they got all types of racial beliefs about us. Now we're litter bugs now? Fam, this man went from the N-word, the family, pants sagging, and he said that we litter just too much. I've never seen somebody say, you know one thing about black Americans? Boy, they litter too damn much. I ain't never hit up one of my brothers or sisters and said, man, I know how it is, boy. We be out here littering, don't we? We not the litter gang. I don't put that on gang and we go litter. And by the way, Harlem has been regentrified by the time he said that. So a lot of that was W's. And by the way, you ever been to the trailer park? You want to talk about the trailer park? You can talk about the suburbs. So white folks don't litter. Nobody else litters. So the littering problem on the planet Earth is a black American problem. Black Americans are responsible for the littering problem on the planet. And do you see how the liberal CNN Democratic establishment used him as a tool to spew that rhetoric against us? And they had no problem with it, none at all. And then when he ended up getting fired, why did Don Lemonade get fired? Don Lemonade got fired because he raised his mouth to a W man. Not saying all those things about us, that's a fireable offense right there, family. That is blatant anti-black racism. If Donald Trump were to say any of that, they would be in front of the White House with pitchforks. Trust me. They would be outside right now with pitchforks today if Donald Trump. Y'all can, fam. Can y'all imagine if Donald Trump said black people have a littering problem? Could you imagine how many Democratic shields will talk about that all damn year long? Can you imagine if Donald Trump, just straight up randomly, if Donald Trump came out and he said that the black family is bad because we have too many kids, or if Donald Trump said we need to quit sagging? Can you imagine that? Donald Trump said illegals were taking black jobs, which is statistically evidentiary factual, and they got mad at that. But Don Lemon goes out there and he says we litter, we're ignorant, we call our kids the N-word, we sag too damn much, and we're just a destructive community. No talk. You see what we be saying, family? Do you see how these individuals perpetuate that? Fast forward in time, now they want us to come out there and say, oh, Don Lemon's such a good guy now. Ooh, and we're going to ride for Don Lemon. Do you see why it ain't going to work? This is why, because we shutting it down. Proceed even further. That wasn't it. Look at this, family. Even more. He continued to talk about black Americans.
Just being honest here. Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids are acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. Over the course of a career, a college grad will make nearly $1 million more than a high school graduate. That's a lot of money. And number 1, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should, especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African-American community are born out of wedlock. That means
per capita. There goes the per capita, family. He ain't telling you about them W's that are born out of wedlock. That goes on massively. And then the parents never even talk to each other. He's leaving all that out, family. And he's also not talking about the oppressive systems. And also he's not talking about how Joe Biden, who he supported, and Bill Clinton, who he supported, put together those laws that made this happen.
Absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle can.
There you go, family. That right there, a little trip down memory lane so y'all can see exactly what we talking about when it is these individuals. You feel me? This is why there's no capes for black Americans. We have no capes for nobody. Nobody, family. That type of rhetoric right there is what we be speaking on, fam. Was it a W woman? Is that who he offended? Yeah, it was a W woman. Yeah, it was a W woman. What was that lady's name again? Y'all let me know her name again. Was it Caitlyn something? Yeah, remember he disrespected her, or I guess she thought he did, and they canned his ass immediately, right? You see what we talking about. So he was allowed to go out there and speak those racial tropes against black Americans because simply that's how dude is. That's how he is. Don Lemon is exactly what we always knew Don Lemon was. And this is why foundational black Americans, we have no capes at all, not whatsoever. But look at some of the tweets that came out, family. I want everybody to look at this. I want you guys to see this. Look who's all came out in astonishing support for Don Lemonade. Y'all look at this. They're out there putting out tweets every day, and all of these tweets are littered with talking points. Every last one of them. Y'all see right here, Jamel Hill just came out. Jamel Hill hasn't said anything about the black Americans that are harmed by illegals. She said they arrested Don Lemon. This is horrifying. Y'all notice these hyperbolic terms that they always use? Horrifying, scary, we need to leave America. Listen to this. This is horrifying. I don't care what your political beliefs or leanings are. Yeah, you do. What journalism outlet you represent. This absolutely can't stand. How about this one, Jasmine Crockett? Are you effing kidding me? Don Lemon has been arrested by the DOJ for exercising your First Amendment constitutionally protected rights, get you locked up. Exercising your second to get you whatever, unalived and actual whatever, well in uniform, get you nothing. This is not normal nor okay. That's always happens to black Americans, but y'all don't ever say nothing when it goes down to us. What about Camilla? Yes, Camilla Harris came out of hiding. And Camilla, she said some things. Kamala Harris comes out. She said the First Amendment is a foundational promise. Y'all notice that to every American. Each of us has had the freedom to speak, to report, to hold those in power accountable without fear or retribution and retaliation. Kamala Harris, weren't you just on your campaign trail last year saying that we need to censor the internet? I saw you. We heard you. We know exactly what the hell you said. Now they want to start talking about justice. Now they want to start talking about freedom. Now they want to start talking about what's fair and ain't fair. I ain't reading none of that dirt. That right there shows you, family. You see how quick they'll flip-flop? You see how this is all a play to try to get Black Americans on the front line. I want everybody to think about just our last 3 broadcasts, okay? Don't even go back to the 4th and the 5th. Think about our last 3 broadcasts and some of the key points in which we articulated. One of the key points was that they cannot get Black Americans on the front line, so they're trying to use substitutes. Some of those substitutes are even children. I've already showed y'all 3 or 4 children that they've been trying to stick as martyrs. They wanted that little Spanish boy to be the martyr. Oh man, they're locking up kids and they're using kids as bait. Came to find out that the dad fled on the kid and the ICE agents took the kids to a damn restaurant, got them some food, right? That didn't work. Then they try to use that little black kid. Come to find out that the parents parked the kid in a car for an hour in the freezing cold while they went to go protest, and that was all cap. And they started a GoFundMe page. Yep. Do you see how that all plays right there? They're using children as sacrifices to get a martyr. That didn't work. They tried to use this Renee Good. That didn't work. Nothing they're doing is working to get a martyr. Therefore, nothing they're saying is working for their agenda. So they try to get Black Americans to fill in all those gaps. Once again, when we're not present, you see what happens. Family, I want y'all to see this. Look at that, what we just seen. View the point that they're using Don Lemon as a martyr, as they ain't got nothing, that they're down bad. And people out here in the real world, they not listening to no damn Don Lemon. Let me show y'all this right here. This is how people feel about Don Lemon, okay? Y'all motherfuckers might as well get Roland Martin. Roland might work better than Don Lemon, but this is how it is. Watch this.
Has officially been arrested, people. It's about damn time we start holding these psychopaths accountable for their actions. If you don't know who Don Lemony Squeeze is, he's the one that goes up and harass people and basically preach that man is the devil. Meanwhile, he's getting pumped out every night by his oppressor that he claims. Because let's be honest, he's not the one doing the pumping. This knucklehead ass, mind you, a 60-year-old man decided to lead a group of vicious, violent protesters in a church, scaring all the women, scaring all the children, only for him to get some footage. He thought he was above the law because of his power. The Trump administration is working overtime, overdrive. Now, we don't know why he's being charged, but speculation is that he violated the Ku Klux Klan Act. His excuse is, well, I'm an independent journalist. Man, if you don't shut your ass up, you ain't no damn YouTuber and no independent journalist. You a bully, and God don't like ugly. You've been getting away far too long. You demonic, you a demon. In the modern day, demons need to be put down because the American people ain't tolerating no more shenanigans. We have already allowed this shit to happen under the Sleepy Joe administration. The American people say no more. And the funny thing about this is he got caught at the Grammy where all the celebrities are wearing ice out buttons and shit. That's the problem. They think this is a game. You thought you were entitled. Well, not no more, Don Lemony Squeeze. I hope your ass rot in prison because you gonna be getting pumped out.
Mr. Don Lemon. The odd thing is, y'all went through all these steps to get him and everything. And Mr. Lemon's always been screaming he didn't do nothing wrong. It was his First Amendment right, his freedom of press. He could go into a church and do this and not disrespect nobody. Wrong. And you knew you was wrong because you was in a hotel in Los Angeles. You wasn't at your home sleeping peacefully in your bed like a person who's done nothing wrong has done. Your feelings. The fact is, you knew you was wrong. That's why you was hiding in a hotel like most criminals do. They disappear after they've done something wrong. Your feelings. Facts is facts, and right there in front of you. You knew you did some dirty shit, and now you about to feel the wrath of hell because you get to prison, they gonna stick something other than a lemon in your ass. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
After this stunt, do y'all think that this Don Lemon didn't learn his lesson? Because he thought he got smooth away. He did not think that his ass was going to get arrested. But they was not playing with him. They used the Ku Klux Klan Act. And they went and got him this morning. Do y'all think he learned his lesson? Because even his response after it all happened, he thought he got smooth away, right? I think this is the funniest shit ever. Some people were, oh, it's wrong, authoritarianism. No, I don't think so. I think he got what he deserved. All right. You don't run in somebody's church and disturb it the way he did. And he was real smug about it, too. That's the part that me, how smug he was while he was in their church doing what he was doing. But he got what he deserved. Arrested this morning. I think that's absolutely hilarious. But do you think he's going to do... He's probably gonna get out and go on a straight campaign. I guarantee it. He's gonna get out and go on a
family. That's exactly what happened and it happened immediately. Got out, went on a straight campaign. But I want y'all to see, your average person in the streets, they ain't getting behind Don Lemon. This ain't moving nobody. Again, the Democrats are off on an island all by themselves. And that island ain't just Alligator Alcatraz. A lot of them are going to be there too as well. And I'm going to be the one sending them there because we call it nice. However, the reason why these people are over there on an island all by themselves, Democrats, nobody agrees with you. The average American does not like mass immigration. The average American is for deportation. So what the hell are we even talking about here? Let me ask my brothers and sisters in the chat right now. I got a question for y'all. What is the Democrats' policy on immigration? Because I'm seeing some inconsistencies, and this is very hard for me to determine. I don't really know what their policies are. Are the Democrats basically saying everybody should have a free pass to come to the United States of America? If you try to stop somebody from being detained and deported, that's basically you saying they should all come in. I'm having a hard time understanding. I know what the majority of the American people feel. We feel that somebody who comes here unlawfully needs to be detained and deported and sent home. That's what Donald Trump ran off of. That's what Donald Trump is doing. What is the Democrats' policy? Have you noticed no Democrat has been able to come on and articulate straight up what it is? Y'all saying it right now. Open borders? Absolutely. Are the Democrats holding Americans hostage? Are the Democrats in their obsession and their fetish with open borders and illegal aliens? Is this holding the American public hostage? I'm looking at that situation with the white man and the white woman that were unalived by the ICE agents. I hold the Democrats accountable because the Democrats still need to just come to the table and say, hey, the laws are the laws. Remember, the laws say that you can't come into this country illegally. The president and his administration are saying it. All federal agencies are saying it. And the majority of the American people are saying it. The only people who have a problem with all of those elements, including the law, are the Democrats. So I need the Democrats to throw a press conference tomorrow and tell the world that they don't want to abide by the immigration laws. Because here's a newsflash for everybody out there. I want everybody to know. Y'all do know that they're fighting against the law right now. That's what they're doing. This isn't about Donald Trump versus the Democrats. This isn't about illegals versus non-illegals. This is about them fighting against the laws of immigration. Because everything they're doing is basically saying, we don't want no damn immigration laws. And anybody should just come into this country and do whatever the hell they want. And guess what, y'all? When those people do come into the country, it's Black Americans they harm the most, according to all statistics. But the Democrats never mention none of that now, do they? They're always absent when that goes down, aren't they? Because the Democrats don't give a damn. So when they lock up Mr. Lemonade, Black Americans, we ain't got no problems for you. It's all on you. Hold your own nuts. Now, Lemon, I know you're used to holding someone else's, but for the first time in your life, I'm going to need you to try to hold your own. All right? Don't hold nobody else's. Hold your own. And family, when I say these people are afraid, how many of you guys seen this resurfaced footage of Ricky Smiley? Did you guys see this? Did y'all see Ricky Smiley come out and he said that Black Americans need to leave America and we need to get a passport? This was something he made, but I noticed it's starting to get established and it's going through the social media ranks. Let me show y'all again. This is all a part of the game plan and it ain't working. Look at this right here. Ricky Smiley says that we need to start looking at some other citizenship because Donald Trump is going to have to make us leave. Y'all look at this right here. Scared Negro number 95.
If you go and watch Joy Reid videos, if you get an opportunity to watch Joy Reid videos, go watch them. You'll learn a lot, especially her video on slavery. Oh, we're going to wait till the midterm election comes. Ain't going to be no midterm election. You better look into getting a dual citizenship somewhere if you can, because things about to get ugly. Things about to get really ugly. Yep, and I'm scared. Scared.
Damn.
It might be a point where we might have to pack up our families and leave, because if ICE.
Did this man, he just told you he's scared. At least we ain't got to solve it or figure it out. This big grown man is out here talking about he's scared. He said he's scared multiple times. He said, I'm scared. I'm scared. That man said he's scared 5 different times, y'all, over something that Donald Trump ain't did. Over what? Over what? What has Donald Trump done to black folks? Nothing. What you talking about? I'm scared. That where I'm from, that's called a coward. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see Donald Trump as the problem. I see you being a coward as the problem.
It really ugly. Yep. And I'm scared. Scared. It might be a point where we might have to pack up our families and leave, because if ICE can get immigrants or whatever and just go and get them and without their due process in court, why can't they do it to everybody else?
There you go, family. You knew it was going to come back around to who? Immigrants. They always use immigrants as the cornerstone for their fear-mongering towards black people. We ain't immigrants. Fam, think about it. They went on this whole campaign trying to tell us we were immigrants. They tried to tell us immigrants built America. Immigrants started hip-hop. The 14th Amendment is about immigrants. We're the only people on the planet Earth that are indigenous and native and citizens that get consistently compared to and intertwined with immigrants, and it only comes from one party. Say what you want to say about the Republicans. Republicans don't run on an agenda of black folks are the immigrants. And anytime Donald Trump says that black Americans aren't immigrants, the Democrats are the ones who fight him over it. The Democrats, you're being called bluff. We see through all your BS. We know all your games. It's trash. We bodied you a year ago. We've been kicking you around the damn room over the last 365 days. You're embarrassment. You're crying. You're whining, saying openly that you're scared. Big grown-ass men crying. Democrats live in a world of anti-Americanism, and they're upset that we don't view America in the same light. I've never seen a sector of people view and say things about America that is so far off from how everybody else sees America. And let me tell you why they say that. It's not because it's true. It's because they gain and they benefit off of the fear mongering. You have a direct 100% fear mongering party, and that is the Democratic Party. They have no policies. I want anybody to tell me, what is the Democratic policy for anything? Do you see more Democratic policies or Democratic fear mongering? I turn on the TV and social media every day, and there's some random ass dusty Democrat telling Americans how afraid we need to be, how messed up America is, how terrible this country is. But I don't ever see them talking about how great America is. I don't see them talking about how good America is. Right now, all the anti-American hatred is coming from the Democratic establishment. They're the ones out there running up on agents, throwing bottles of piss at agents. They're the ones saying that the indigenous culture, the indigenous lineage is nothing but a bunch of immigrants. They're the ones with open borders. They aren't really contributing anything to the greater good of America. Only thing they're doing is trying to fearmonger people. And when people don't want to be fearmongered and push back, then they start calling you names. And then when you call them out on it, they start crying. You notice that, family? This is what is upsetting them. We are on a lineage-based foundational Black American grassroots. They're kicking anti-Americanism. I want you to see the difference. And what you're also seeing with the Democrats, y'all, Democrats want Black Americans to knock off all of this American culture, all this American nature, all this proud to be an American. Y'all notice now? Are we starting to really see all the signs and read the tea leaves, family? The Democrats don't want you to be an American. The Democrats don't want you to be an American. Everything that we're saying that is American-based, they got a problem with it. Every single thing that we say that is rooted in foundational Black American culture, they're upset about it. Democrats would much rather Black Americans denounce being Americans, put on a dashiki like they put on dashikis when they want you to go vote for them. That's what the Democrats want. They want you to denounce being an American, put on a dashiki and claim African. Nobody's trying to dump African nature on us other than the Democrats. Nobody's talking about how terrible American is other than the Democrats. Nobody's running around here telling us we're next other than the Democrats. No one's trying to make Don Lemonade a martyr other than the Democrats. And it ain't going to last long. It's the same old song. Let me show you this as well, my good brothers and sisters, while we in here. Look at this. You think fear-mongering was bad before? Let me show y'all Don Lemon. And Don Lemon was straight up telling Black Americans that we need to go get a weapon. He's out there openly promoting that Black Americans need to go get a weapon and go against ICE. So when you see all them W's on the front line getting unalived, Donald Trump was pushing the same message. Not Donald Trump, excuse me, Don Lemon. And Donald Trump came out and said this right here. And I want y'all to see what we've been talking about. Donald Trump says that this right here is domestic terrorism. Did y'all know today was National Shutdown Day? Did y'all know that? Well, let me tell you something about this National Shutdown Day that the average Black American don't know nothing about. Donald Trump said that this was nothing more than domestic terrorism. The Democrats ain't trying to go for that. Watch this right here, family. Don Lemon says that we need to go and get a weapon and go against ICE. Ain't this that same rhetoric we're used to?
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun legally, get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for? Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun and get a gun and get a gun legally. Get a
Damn. Y'all see this right here? Your fam, I'm only putting the receipts on the table on the front line. Look at this. The man is telling us to go out there and harm ICE. Fam, I'm sorry, this is a threat to me. So fam, this is why this man is getting locked up. This is the same energy that got him running up in churches. This is the same energy that got the Renee Good behind the car. This is the same energy that got that Alex guy kicking out tail lights. Y'all see this right here? This man just told you to go get a weapon. He don't want you to go get a weapon to play nice. He don't want you to go get a weapon to go hug nobody. This ain't free hugs. Do you see that the Democrats are trying to get Black Americans unalived up by this rhetoric right here? I've never in my life seen a political party go so crazy to get their voter base to go out there and get harmed. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, family. This is what I've never seen in my life. It's weird. It's strange, fam. It's a strange obsession. I want y'all to think about this. Have you ever seen this before? Have you ever seen Donald Trump ain't out there telling MAGA, hey, y'all need to go out there and get unalived? This is weird, fam. This is some strange stuff here, fam. This is very odd stuff. They're out there really trying to get Black Americans in deep trouble, trying to get us unalived up in here. Look at this right here, family. This is what we're talking about. Don Lemon, again, like we said, arrested. Why is Don Lemon arrested, family? Don Lemon is arrested because Don Lemon thought it was a bright idea to run up in a place he had no business running up in. Don Lemon thought it was cool that he could run up in a place and he could try to target all these different individuals. But however, them individuals wasn't going for it. Do you know that one of the main key components that what went on with Donald Trump calling out Don Lemon is because Donald Trump knew that Don Lemon was about that BS? Yes, the hell it was. So everything that we be saying is just a matter of fact. National shutdown, nobody gives a damn. Let me show y'all this as well, since we own it. Let me show y'all this for my brothers and sisters. Watch him again. More rhetoric, fam. I can put together a highlight reel of the inflammatory rhetoric that I, quite frankly, think borders on the criminal. But it's nothing more than a highlight reel. Fam, if I put together a highlight reel of Democrats trying to get Black Americans unalived, it'd be about 15 minutes long. They need to, at this point, just come out and say it. Black folks, we want you to DIE. They just need to say it. They just need to straight up say it. Look at this. Here we go. Again, watch him spewing more rhetoric, family, that nobody is going for. Watch this.
certain degree of entitlement. I think people who are, in the religious groups like that, it's not the type of Christianity that I practice, but I think that they're entitled, and that entitlement comes from a supremacy, a white supremacy. And they think that this country was built for them, that it is a Christian country, when actually we left England because we wanted religious freedom. It's religious freedom, but only if you're a Christian and only if you're a white male, pretty much. And so, yeah, I absolutely 100%, but it's an intimidation tactic. And, I said, I don't understand how I've become the face of it when I was a journalist. I do understand that I'm the biggest name there. And I'm also, as I was on with my producers this morning, you and Kylie talk all the time. My producers were saying, I said, how did I become the face of this? And my producer said, Don, you're a gay Black man in America.
Damn. One more time.
Certain degree of entitlement. I think people who are, in the religious groups like that, it's not the type of Christianity that I practice, but I think that they're entitled, and that entitlement comes from a supremacy, a white supremacy. And they think that this country was built for them, that it is a Christian country, when actually we left England because we wanted religious freedom. It's religious freedom, but only if you're a Christian and only if you're a white male.
Freeze. Family, let me ask you a question. What is Don Lemon married to? He always talks about white men. You ever notice that, family? He's always talking about, if you're a white male, what are you married to, homie? Well, you're married to one of them. You're always talking about white men, but ain't you married to one? Yeah, exactly. Y'all look at your screen right here. This is what I mean when I say that Don Lemon is out there on that Van Jones energy. That Van Jones energy that they be on right there, that is clear as day. Don Lemonade. Did your husband get mad at you for taking this picture? Don, did he? Did he get mad at you for taking that photo? What else have you and Mr. Van Jones been doing? You and Van Jones is looking real nice right now. Y'all looking real comfy. As a matter of fact, Van Jones, he's married to a W woman. Oh, I think he still is, I guess. But let me tell you what they're not. They ain't got nothing black around them. And when you start looking at the Democratic establishment, which we've been saying for how long, brothers and sisters, they ain't got nothing black around them. They ain't got nothing black. Nothing that they talk about is anything that has any type of credence to our community. They don't have nothing that's black. They only speak on black folks. The days of the Democrats pretending that they own us are over. And more people are coming out, and more people are shooting down that narrative. And more people are exposing the Democrats for exactly what they've always been. High-time frauds. Look at this right here, family. This is what we mean when we say that these individuals, are out here faking it.
See, this is why I don't have no sympathy for the two that went down from ICE or the Border Patrol. I don't give a fuck. I don't. You don't see what they fighting for? They out there fighting for illegals to replace black people in their community. And they also out there protesting to save pedos. You think I give a damn about them? I don't. I really don't. Every time one of them get it, like the lady that blew up her fingers, all that feels good to me because I know what the fuck they out there for. They out there to replace black people out of their damn community. And I'm supposed to have sympathy for them when they go down? Let's be real. See this
family, you let me know. Do you agree with what this sister just said? Do you have empathy and sympathy? Do you feel that these individuals have our best interests? You know, this is a very, very interactive broadcast, and I definitely would like to hear these sentiments expressed by my certified foundational Black Americans. The sister just said right there she has no sympathy for these individuals and the type of behavior that they exhibit. So I want to know, do y'all have sympathy? Do you feel that these individuals deserve our support? Do you feel that we need to get behind Don Lemon as some type of freedom fighter that's going to bring Black Americans out of bondage and slavery? That's what I want to know from the family. I already know the answer, but damn it, I want to hear it. Because the more I look at it, the more I examine it, the more I see it, the more I see that these individuals are full of it. The more I see it, the more I see that these individuals think that they're going to try to play some game on Black Americans, but it's not. Well, y'all saying, hell no. Hell no. Cold blood with it. Cold blood with it. And if you notice, fam, that's pretty much the main directives of everything that you see going on. More and more of this is starting to occur, and more people are talking like us. Everybody talking like us, it's a matter of fact, y'all. Let me show y'all this right here as well, since we on that same page on the main stage. Let me show y'all. This is how it all played out, okay? Don Lemon ended up running off in that church, which was a direct response to the W. I want y'all to notice this. The Republicans used that white supremacist guy, Nick Shirley, to expose all that fraud. This was the key point in which everything started to go haywire. Soon as that whole mini series came out about the fraud in the daycares, immediately after that, the W woman got unalived, the W guy got unalived, Don Lemon ran up in the church. They were trying to counter that by running up in the church. That's why if you notice Don Lemon's whole thing, it looked exactly like that Nick Shirley dude's. The only difference is that Nick Shirley guy was actually undercover, and he was actually uncovering a bunch of fraud. Don Lemon just runs up in there in the church and starts saying everything. So they said, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to charge you. Don Lemon runs out to LA and he thinks he's going to be at the Grammys, but he was running around talking reckless saying, come for me, come for me. And they started getting all them other people that was with him. Next thing you know, they apprehend him. Next thing you know, there's this fake outcry. Next thing you know, everybody is talking just like this. This is all the events and how it went down, my brothers and sisters. I want you to notice the same pattern.
I got a tip very early this morning from an official source that was very familiar with the arrest and saying Don Lemon was in custody. They wouldn't specify because they didn't have the warrant in front of them exactly what the charges are. But this is, as you said, he was in Los Angeles, by the way, to cover the Grammys. He lives in New York. But this is in connection to activities that happened here in Minneapolis. As you remember, there was a protest that happened at a church in, well, not Minneapolis, but St. Paul, because there were people there protesting one of the pastors who worked with ICE. And so people showed up to the church. They started protesting. That day, Don Lemon was at the church. He was interviewing the pastor. He has said that he was there in his capacity as a journalist. And then federal prosecutors later sought arrest warrants for 5 people, including Don Lemon, in connection to this protest, accusing them of interfering with churchgoers' constitutionally protected right to worship. But then a magistrate judge refused to sign the warrant for Lemon, citing a lack of probable cause. Then the Justice Department took what has been described as an unusual step of asking a federal appeals court, so lower court, to force the warrants to be signed at the, or a higher court, rather, at the record, and then the appeals court denied. So we have 2 courts that had denied to press charges. Somehow now Don Lemon has been arrested.
And a statement from his lawyer reads in part, quote, Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in LA, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Don has been a journalist for 30 years, and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. The statement goes on to read that the First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role it is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. There's no more important time for people like Don to be doing this work. Again, this statement from Don Lemon's lawyer moments ago, just being sent to us here in our newsroom.
He thought that he was going to make it out, didn't he? He thought he was good, didn't he? Fam, I think he thought he was going to make it. And they said, nope, pull up on him. You ended up getting this tweet that came out, family. And this tweet was very alarming to a lot of people. Let me show y'all this right here. This was the Pam Bondi chick, okay? Basically, she said all the agents and everybody came to go get Don Lemon. Went to go get all of his people. Yep. And then they also said more details soon and more to come. Yep. Let me see if I can find the tweet from Kash Patel. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. Kash Patel. He came out. He said he owned the case. He said he coming out and he said he got some smoke for them. Everybody seems to be full speed. So that leads us to this next situation, my brothers and sisters, which we about to talk about right now. Did y'all notice something ended up happening the other day as we foundational Black Americans were breaking down and examining all of the different parameters of this case? Did y'all see out of nowhere some of the tricks and stuff that the dominant society has been playing? Let me show y'all this right here. Y'all know how we say and we know and we've confirmed that they're out there trying to find them like a little fake martyr, which we are very, very aware of. Let me tell you how cheap and how dastardly these individuals are to find them a martyr. Let me show y'all. That guy, the Alex dude that ended up getting unalived by the ICE agent, did y'all see that they were doctoring up his photos? They were doctoring up his photos. Apparently, they didn't think he was attractive enough. This is all theater for them. You got to remember this, fam. You're dealing with a political party in the Democrats that don't have a message. They don't have policies and they don't have an agenda. The only thing that they have is illegal immigrants. The Democrats are not out here stomping for healthcare. They're not stomping for economics. They're not stomping for education. They've never stomped for us. They're basically a party that's trying to push an agenda that the majority of the American public said they don't want. So therefore, they're trying to come up with so much theater as possible. Watching the Democrats right now, family, is like watching a Marvel movie. That's what it is. It's all special effects. Let me show y'all the picture that came out. They put out this photo of this guy. And in this photo, family, I want y'all to see this right here. The one on the left is how the guy actually looked. The one on the right is how they showed him on national TV. How in the hell did he go from that to this? Family, this just lets you know when Black Alpha tells everybody that the Democrats are in full theater mode, they're being extra dramatic, and they are desperate to try to get a martyr so they can win you over emotionally. The Democrats are trying to play into everybody's fear and emotions. They come out with this right here, fam. Doctored up the man's picture. Now to this guy right here. They unalived you and the Democrats are using you. Did I not tell everybody that the Democrats love seeing Black Americans unalive because they put our face in their campaign stickers, campaign commercials, campaign slogans. There you go. Oh, I ain't done. Let me tell you what they did with Renee Good. They did the same damn thing. Look at this. Who you see on the left and who you see on the right. They're doctoring up these people's photos to make them look more attractive so they can get more fear-mongering. You got to be a cold-hearted, low-budget, bottom-feeding, despicable, spineless, no backbone having political party if you can take somebody's pictures, doctor them up, use them for votes, and then turn around and say, sorry, on to the next one. Look at what they've been doing, y'all. You see this? Look at these, ain't even the same people. I'm sorry, that don't look nothing alike. And who the hell sat down with AI and sat down with Photoshop and said, let me do this? What the old saying go? It got to be a low budget MF to even think of that. But that's what they do. And let me tell you something. How they're doing that with them, that's practice because they've been doing that to us for a long time. I sit there and connect all the dots. Fam, I'm going to say it. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to declare it. Then I'm going to connect every single dot and land you right back in the same place we started, fam. We'll be home in time for cornflakes. That's exactly what the Democrats been doing, that right there. And then, family, let me tell you something else that came out. Did y'all see the new footage that came out of the Alex Petri guy where he wasn't this nice hero nurse man that they've been speaking of? Did y'all see the footage of him kicking out the taillight, spitting on ICE agents? All of this has been well known, and none of that worked. Let me tell you something, fam. I'm just going to be honest with you. That guy and that woman are slowly being pushed out. Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that, family? Because like I said to you guys 2 weeks ago, the system of supremacy never highlights a W that either took out another W or a W that was taken out by another W. When was the last time you guys seen Charlie Kirk? When was the last time you seen Tyler Robinson? Did you even know the guy who unalived Charlie Kirk's name was Tyler Robinson? When have you seen them? Did we not sit right here the day it happened and told everybody that you're going to slowly not see them anymore? They asked Donald Trump about Charlie Kirk. He said, yeah. Y'all see the new little wing we built over there at the White House? Donald Trump don't give a damn. He under the rug. Because it's not a good aesthetic to the system of supremacy to highlight system of supremacy versus system of supremacy crime. You can't run around the world and tell everybody that there's a black on black crime problem. And then we can turn on national TV and say you got a Mayo on Mayo problem. It don't work that way. So they simply said, just don't talk about them no more. And slowly, you're not seeing Alex anymore. And slowly, you're not seeing Renee anymore. Why? It's because both of them highlight the violence that goes on perpetually in the dominant society. So they're being pushed away. This is why they're jumping on to Don Lemon now. Don Lemon and this whole situation with him, this is picture perfect for the supremacists that don't want supremacy to be put on Front Street. Let me show y'all this video while we in here. Look at the new video that came out, and we're going to break it down for how this man was very, very violent, and he wasn't this superhero they talked about. Look at this, brothers and sisters. Look at this. This man was out there talking reckless, talking crazy. Matter of fact, to quote him, he said, assault me, MF'er. So he wanted to get assaulted.
With federal immigration agents.
More suspicious. Here you go.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36th and Park Avenue in Minneapolis.
Look at him right here. Look at him, brothers and sisters. Look at this man. This ain't nowhere near who they said he was. That footage that you first seen, it looked like he was somebody out there being a little disobedient, try to save a woman. All that talk about, oh, he saved a woman. His last breath was defending Mayo Melissa. Now we looking at that. In fact, do you know how hard you got to kick to knock out a taillight on a damn truck? This man was not playing. Very aggressive, mister.
We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicle.
Bid on an agent? Kicked their car?
When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
And he had the weapon on him.
During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Preddy was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Uh-oh, weapon, voila, boom. There they go. So this man was out there with a weapon, kicking taillights out of federal agents' cars and spitting on them. I ain't never seen no black American do that.
Here, he continues to stand at the scene. On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations.
And there he is right there, still being the aggressor. This dude was super aggressive. This man was super aggressive, family. This is why when they, think about it, fam, what's the first thing the Democrats did? The first thing that the Democrats did, they ran out and they started to compare this man to black people. That man ain't doing nothing that we've ever done. You've never at this point in time seen no story like this dude. First off, if a black American spit on an ICE agent, they would have executed. If a black American kicked the damn taillight out, it wouldn't even got to day 2 or 3. It would end it right there. And this is why we find it absolutely insulting and we reject it. The fact that you're going to use that man right there and try to dump that off on black Americans. Hell no. There right now, my good brothers and sisters, is a narrative struggle where they cannot control the narrative about black people anymore. They can't just say, hey, this is like slavery. That stuff don't work no more. All of that, the wind blew and it's like slavery. Somebody looked at you bad, it's like slavery. You didn't get the food that you wanted from the store. That's like slavery. To the Democrats. Everything's like slavery as long as they can fearmonger black people. We done already shut down and canceled it. Democrats, I know you're listening. I want to let you know that we have shut down all of your slandering of our foundational black American icons and legends. We ain't going for none of that. That just ain't going to happen. And family, let me tell you something else that's really very, very, very bizarre and very, very strange to the maximum that you keep seeing all across the board right here in the good old USA. And again, none of this has anything to do with certified foundational black America. Hold on. Whoa. Fam, we got a little bit of breaking news up in here right now. Okay, in LA, let's go to LA. Is Callie in the house? Callie, if you in the house, stand up. They are rioting at a ICE detention center in LA right now. Let's go there. Let's go there, family. Let's go there live. Here we go, family. At a detention center, they are out there and they are having mayhem. Woo, look at this, America. Look at this. This is what happens when you let people come into the United States with open borders and you try to tell them they can have what they want. Look at them backing down agents. Ain't that vandalism? Ain't that vandalism? Where the police, fam? That's vandalism. Shout out to California. I see you. There ain't an American in sight, y'all. There ain't an American in sight. Look at this. Family, that is Antifa, and those are Hispanics. Don't you go out there, black Americans, for the millionth time. Don't go out there. No. Don't you go out there, fam. Look at this. Lawlessness. Absolutely. Lawlessness. The flag. Look at it. Boy, hey, hold on. It's coming back, y'all. Remember, this is how the summer was. Now we about to start to see this go on again. Look at that right there, fam. Look at all these flags. Look at all these flags, y'all. Look at all that vandalism. Look at all that spray paint, F-ice. Somebody made a good point. Upside down flags. Look at all this you see going on. You see what I'm saying, family? It is hazardous, and it is a threat for somebody to tell a Black American, go out there. It's time we say it, family. The anti-ICE protests throughout the United States of America are not safe for Black Americans. And anybody who's trying to persuade Black Americans to go out there is someone who is an enemy of Black Americans and wants that Black American to be unalived. They just ain't honest enough to say it. They just ain't real enough to say it. But I'm real enough to let that be known. They don't want foundational Black Americans to turn a blind eye to this because they need our muscle. And we saying you ain't getting our muscle. At this point, fam, none of this is safe for us. It's just not safe because all you're going to do is go be out there with a bunch of anti-Black racists. Family, they're all anti-Black. None of them like Black folks. You're going to get anti-Black from the person of color, or you're going to get the other one. That's all it is. Don't listen. All my brothers and sisters out there, especially my young folks, don't listen to nothing these people are talking about. Don't listen to it. I heard somebody tell me the other day that somebody said, we don't need to keep saying that it's not our fight. Hell yeah, we do. You goddamn right we do. I said it, yeah. Hell, you keep on saying it ain't our fight. Okay, because there's a lot of people out there that ain't in tune as intellectual as we are, that they might need to hear this stuff. Okay, yeah, we need to continuously tell people this ain't our fight because this is a game of back and forth. This is us letting our narratives and our words be known. This ain't our fight, stand down. Family, you don't go and tell people, hey man, I'm just gonna quit saying stand down. I'm just gonna quit saying this ain't our fight no more. Hell no. You say this until it turns, fam. It only takes you 2 seconds, fam. It ain't nothing but oxygen. It ain't nothing but oxygen. Oxygen is free. It's only gonna take you 2 seconds to say this ain't our fight. It's only going to take you 2 seconds to say stand down. And guess what? That 2 seconds that it took you to say that, you may save a young Black American's life. Don't let nobody tell you we don't need to say that no more. No, we need to consistently say that. We need to consistently let individuals know. I'm not talking about to the Democrats. I don't give a damn about them. I'm not talking to the illegals. I don't give a damn about them. I'm talking to them young brothers and sisters out there that hear people all the time telling them it is their damn fight. They need to have Uncle Alpha tell them it ain't your damn fight. And I need to go ahead and counteract all of the pollution that they try to put inside the minds of our young brothers and sisters. So they come this way. It's about saving the people. It's about being a real activist and letting people know. You don't let nobody just think that stuff. No, you need to let it be known, fam. This ain't our fight. And I'll say that forever, fam. This ain't nothing but time. I got all goddamn day. So for all of my young brothers and sisters out there listening, I want you to continuously understand that this ain't got nothing to do with you. Because guess what? There's going to be another one, and then another one, and then another one. And every single time there's another one, you keep telling their asses, stand down, it ain't our fight. And let me tell you this as well, family. Telling everybody to stand down and it ain't our fight, it's working damn good, ain't it? Why would we stop? If it ain't broke, don't break it. Family, don't break it. It's working damn good for us telling everybody this ain't our fight, ain't it? It's working damn good telling everybody that we are out here on our own and everybody can hold their own nuts. It's working. So if it's working, don't stop. Let me show y'all why you got to continuously say that. Because if you don't say that, you're going to have some Negro pop up and they're going to be talking this right here. Here we go again, my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Watch this.
It's obviously for these, it is an expression of white supremacy. And so when I look for constitutional justification for these arrests, it's obviously not in the Constitution. It's obviously not in the Constitution anymore. There was something in the original Constitution that would have allowed them to arrest a Black journalist like Don Lemon. And that was called the Fugitive Slave Clause in Article 4.
There you go again, family. There it goes. Bringing up slavery again. There you go, my brothers and sisters. Bringing up slavery for the millionth time. Now they tying in. Now they tying in slavery to Don Lemon. One last week it was just Hugo Flea Newton, and then he keep bringing up slave catchers. They don't ever bring up slavery for nothing other than beneficial gain for the Republicans.
It's
for the
obviously
Democrats.
For
Democrats.
These are, it is an expression of white supremacy. And so when I look for constitutional justification for these arrests, it's obviously not in the Constitution. It's obviously not in the Constitution anymore. Because there was something in the original Constitution that would have allowed them to arrest a black journalist like Don Lemon. And that was called the Fugitive Slave Clause in Article 4 of the original Constitution, which allowed the government to reclaim escaped property should that property have successfully made it to a free state. It's obviously for these.
Freeze. There you go again, family. There you go again. Damn, they stay bringing up slavery. Man, fam, just think about it. I want you to think about how many times you've heard slavery come up, just in general. Think about how many times you've heard slavery come up over the last, I don't know, just say year. Isn't it always the Democrats bringing up slavery? And they're never bringing up slavery like for us. They're always bringing up slavery for someone else. That right there is the definition of them trying to get us, foundational Black Americans, to believe that slavery has something to do with this. This has nothing to do with slavery. And they know that. So this is why I'm telling y'all, continue, fam. I mean this, put it on everything, fam. Continuously, 9 times out of 10, whenever they bring up slavery or anything that we've ever went through, it is always for their own benefit. Because guess what? I'm to this point. I'm sure y'all to this point now. If you bringing up slavery and you ain't bringing up reparations, then don't talk to me about slavery. Isn't it funny? Democrats will bring up slavery for immigrants more than they'll bring up slavery for reparations. And the slaves building this country is the reason why them immigrants are even over here. Don't you ever trust no party that talks like that, family. You bring up reparations in slavery, they're quiet. Remember, the Democrats put out a statement that said they don't support reparations. Not at all. Democrats have been undermining and undercutting our reparations throughout all the 50 states. But whenever they do bring it up, it's in conjunction to immigrants. Matter of fact, let me even take this step further. Never listen to somebody who brings up slavery in conjunction with immigrants, because one ain't got nothing to do with the other. You notice this, family? Black Democrats bring up slavery. Matter of fact, F that, all Democrats. Democrats bring up slavery about Mexicans in America more than Mexicans bring up slavery in Mexico. One more time, just in case I confused you. Democrats bring up slavery and immigrants in America more than Mexicans bring up slavery inside of Mexico. You go down to Mexico and Mexicans don't talk about slavery. You come here to America and every Democrat you can find brings up slavery and they tie it in with Mexicans. Why are we talking about reparations and slavery for Mexicans when Mexicans don't talk about slavery in Mexico them damn selves? That shows you what we're talking about. They never bring it up, fam. They never bring it up. This is why we've been exposing these people high time and easy work at the same time. Let me show y'all this as well, though. This is why Don Lemon got caught. Because Don Lemon, after he pulled his little shenanigans, Don Lemon went out and he did a little interview and he's telling everybody, yeah, I did this on purpose. I did this on purpose. This is why he got locked up, fam. This is why he got locked up. Watch this right here, family, my good brothers and sisters. This was Don Lemon having a little snitching on himself moment. Watch. This was him and all that stuff he's talking about. Oh, I just did it because of this and I did it because of this. No, it wasn't. This was Don Lemon doing this stuff because he purposely was trying to disrupt.
Hey, I got it. Just hit park. Twitch, we're back. Sunday morning church. Yeah, okay, we'll see. We're after we do this operation, you'll see it live. And these operations are surprise operations. Again, can't tell you where they're going. Okay, so I am going inside now. Where's my phone? I need my phone. We better record. So activists are now. Church is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest. I'm sure people here don't like it, but protests are not comfortable. And there are people here who are, I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner. He's frightened. He's scared. He's crying. People are leaving church. One of the members who looks to be really upset, a young person, the pastor is trying to calm him down over there. Perhaps they should come in, pray together, and talk together. But anyways, if I were the pastor, I would offer prayer. I would try to calm things down and say, listen, talk to you. We're all citizens. We're all believers and Christians.
Man, y'all ran up in that damn church. Y'all ran up in that church. You didn't go up in that church for nothing real. Stop playing. Stop fronting. You know, this now family's trying to make it look like, man, I just came in there and we just wanted to talk. You went up in there because you was trying to get some brownie points. Your people sent you up in there. That's what he ain't going to tell you, family. He got sent up in there by the dominant society. And I'm telling you, they're going to break. Hey, trust me, fam. This is going to be the last of the last of Don Lemon. Once they find out all this fake martyr stuff don't work, they're going to toss him to the side.
may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that they're doing today. It's important to have allies, as I said, white allies here. So that is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way. I don't think the answer is going to God's church.
You don't think this is peaceful?
Let's trespass.
Fighting.
Let's trespass.
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to enter.
Look at all induced. Look at this, fam. Look how much they'll crash out. Look how much they'll crash out when they get told to. Look at them all induced face. Huh? What is it now? What is it? Tell me now.
A public gathering of Christians in worship.
But there were folks.
I have to take care of my flock.
But listen, there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest. I'm surprised that law enforcement has not showed up yet. I'm going to take you outside of the church. What do you think of this?
I'm a Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And you know, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what really, careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about.
There you go. That's what protesting is about. Remember, though, he was trying to say that it wasn't really about a protest. He was saying that it was just something different. So right there, they're using that clip and they're saying, wait a minute, you are on camera telling everybody what you did. You're on camera snitching on yourself, saying that you were there to disrupt. So you disrupted in the church, why they were there. You made everybody go home. Oh, they're going to get you. And that's exactly how they got him with that act and why his ass got arrested. And let me say this as well. Brothers and sisters, my certifieds, what's going to end up happening, because y'all know we be predicting stuff. We predicted this was going to happen. And the last damn thing, you're going to eventually start to see a lot of Democrats who are going to step up and they're going to start to throw Don Lemon under the bus. We're at a very, very time, fam, where right now it sounds like they're on some BS. Eventually, you're going to have a Democrat who's going to start to say they didn't agree with Don Lemon. They think what Don Lemon did was wrong. How do I know this? It's because they've had this whole thing about Christians. You ran up in there with the Christian thing. They over there bombing Nigeria under the guise of Christian stuff. Anytime it's something about Christians, they're going to see that as you assaulting Christianity. And some Democrat who's a Christian, he going to turn across that damn aisle and he going to go connect with that Republican. Sooner or later, fam, watch. Matter of fact, it ain't going to be sooner or later. It's going to be sooner rather than later. It's going to be a Democrat. And they're going to say, you know, I don't really agree with arresting him. However, what Don Lemon did was wrong, and we need to have some type of civility in this matter. Because remember, the W Republican who loves Christianity, he ain't no different than the W Democrat who loves Christianity. And when you put two love Christianities together, they're going to look at Don Lemonade and they're going to say, get him, cancel him, arrest him. And then once that happens, because it always takes one, you're going to start seeing support get pulled away from a lot of those Democrats who claim they got his back. All you are is a crash out. That's all it is. You crash out for these people. Remember, y'all, a Democratic shield, a black Democrat, their number one job is to steal foundational black American talking points, try to get foundational black Americans to vote. And if all that fails, go out there and put yourself as a human shield on the front line. That's really what it is. They're out there now and they're putting themselves on the front line. And speaking of that, Don Lemon ended up getting arrested with a couple other people. And one of the, I don't know who none of them are, to be honest with you, but one of those individuals that he ended up getting arrested with, they're saying that this woman is a black woman. I don't believe this woman's black. I'm going to show y'all this woman. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I showed you the woman I believe is a tether earlier, who's always bringing up slavery. They arrested her ass first. We covered that a couple days ago. Then they went and got a couple of his partners. Family, y'all look at this right here. This woman ain't black to me at all. But for whatever reason, they're trying to run around and make it look like she's some type of black woman. Fam, now they're starting to talk about 3 black people were arrested. They're trying to make this a black issue. Look at this. Who is this woman? Fam, who is this woman? I don't know this woman. I don't know who none of these people are. They're trying to say she's black. Is she black to y'all? Because guess what? The Fed showed up at her house. Watch this.
You guys, I wanted to alert the public that agents are at my door right now. They're saying that they were able to go before a grand jury sometime, I guess, in the last 24 hours, and that they have a warrant for my arrest. I've talked to my attorney and I'm being advised to go with them, I guess, down to Whipple. And my children are here. They're impacted by this. This is all stemming from the fact.
Look at that, using your kids. Look at, I told you, fam, they always bringing up kids. But this woman ain't black to me.
That I filmed a protest as a member of the media. We are supposed to have our constitutional right of the freedom to film, to be a member of the press. I don't feel like I have my First Amendment right as a member of the press because now federal agents are at my door arresting me for filming the church protest a few weeks ago. Again, I don't have a long time here, you guys, but I wanted you to know, for me, agents are at my door right now. My attorney has spoken with them. I did send a relative outside to talk to them. They're showing some type of documentation, apparently, that they got an indictment from a grand jury.
Oh yeah, it's called a damn arrest warrant.
I knew that I was on a defendant's list. I did not publish it because it was under seal. And so we've done everything that we can to try and abide by, the advice of our attorneys. But right now, you guys, I wanted you to know I'm going to have to hop off here and surrender to agents as a member of the press. I filmed the church protest a few weeks ago, and now I'm being arrested for that. It's hard to understand how we have a constitution, constitutional rights, when you can just be arrested for being a member of the press. We've seen all these violations. All right, you guys, I gotta go. They're knocking.
Yep, she's coming right now.
Give me.
Do you want to wear my? Yes. Okay. Okay, well, this is really scary. There's kids in the house. You guys have not been really friendly in the community. And to me, this seems a little, can I finish, sir? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Get your phone.
This seems.
Why are they recording this, family? Why are they recording this and they not actually just going out there? You see, didn't I say this was theater? They always got to get this on camera, y'all. They always got to get this on camera. Why aren't they just going out there and handling business? It's like they're like, oh, stop, get the camera first. Wait a minute, we got to see this. Let's see what else. You see what we talking about, right? This is what they do.
A little bit aggressive to have all these cars in our cul-de-sac, 2, 3 agents, and now I saw the one disappear to the back. So to me, this is a little aggressive to just serve a warrant. Slide the warrant. Let me see the warrant. Okay. And that, to me, what I have been told, is not a judicial warrant that has me to have to open the door for you. Yes.
Nah, fam. No. That's exactly what we be talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. All of this going on. The first thing they do is say, oh, grab the camera. Let's report on this. Let's report. Just go out there. Just going out there, fam. This goes to show you again. You ever notice that whenever it comes down to like any situation with like an illegal immigrant or whatever, yeah, comply. Lawlessness, absolutely. That's exactly what we're talking about. You ever notice though, when we got to deal with race soldiers, they've never ever sat down and talked to us and came up with all these different avenues to get away with a race soldier. If it comes to an illegal immigrant, they'll say, you run here, you hide here, you jump over there. We got a whole goddamn city, a sanctuary city, where you can come and you can get scot-free away. Don't comply. Don't listen. Follow them. Record them. They've never said that about Black Americans, yet we're the #1 targets of anti-Black racism and hatred from the system of supremacy. They always show this. Right now, you're seeing what we've already said. And this is why we are continuously to focus on this, is that the immigrants are Democrats and Democrats are immigrants. They are the immigrant party. We just need to get there, fam. We need to just get to the point and everybody can understand it. The Democrats are an immigrant party. That's who they are. That's where they put all their chips on the table. They are immigrants. They are for immigrants. Everything about them is about the immigrants. They don't give a damn about nothing but immigrants. They just immigrants all damn day long, 24/7, 365. They're the immigrant party. The Democrats are the immigrant party because when you look at them, all of their policies and their agendas are that of something that is for immigrants. At this point, they don't rock with no Americans. They don't rock with not near American. Only thing you see the Democrats doing is talking about immigrants this and immigrants that. While you got Americans out here starving. So therefore, if they're going to be the immigrant party, what we got to do is treat them like what? The immigrant party. And let me tell you this, fam, as they've been out here trying like hell to get Black Americans involved with all these protests and trying to get Black Americans to feel that we're one of them. Let me show y'all this right here. This is what I mean. They ended up having this whole thing. They were trying to have that woman get broken out of jail. Look at this, fam. This is what I'm talking about. They out there with this whole damn movie script trying to pull the same thing they did with a Feeney. Okay, what's that girl's name? Georgia Fort. This is it. Look at this, fam. Remember when the Feeney came out and they was talking about she made it? They're acting like these people have been in jail because they were fighting off the KKK or they were feeding the homeless. These people ran up in the church, filmed the stuff, unlawfully entered, and there you go. These are not activists or freedom fighters. Watch this.
I see. We love you. Stay solidarity. Listen.
Oh my.
Hey, low dog. Wait a minute. Low dog. Low dog. Low dog.
What the hell?
Fam, how many of these releases have? Fam, this is somebody who got arrested. Voila. People get arrested every day, B. People go to jail every day, B. How come none of these cameras is when a Black American is getting arrested unlawfully for hundreds of years? None of this. And this woman ain't Black. I'm sorry, she ain't Black. I'm sorry. They keep that because they're trying to push her like that was a Black woman and they done took a Black woman's rights away. That ain't no damn Black woman. And they're out there trying to make it look. This is just like the Feeney situation. It's the same thing. Y'all remember with Feeney when she ran out and everybody was like, Feeney made it. Boy, the Democrats' desperation to try to get some type of emotion and some type of traction to get people to go fight for illegal immigrants just ain't working. Doesn't that tell you how despicable the Democrats are? They would rather go to all of these different stakes to lie to people to get them to support illegal immigrants other than just saying, if you're illegal, you shouldn't come here to America. You might as well just take your time and get these people to go through the proper process to oppose to everything that you're doing right now. And then on top of all of that, my brothers and sisters, also think about this. Don Lemon did what? He unlawfully entered a church and he supports people who unlawfully enter the United States. So do you see they just got one big ass unlawfully entering party? Everything about them, you can just show up anywhere and just do whatever the hell you want. Again, I'm trying to figure out what the hell are the rules, what the hell are the policies, and what the hell are the Democrats talking about? I just don't know. I don't know at all. And speaking of that, family, look at this. Watch how they're coming out talking too, fam. I want y'all to see this. Notice, y'all. Remember how we were saying that you don't see the Democrats like that no more because they've been pushing everybody to the front line? What I suspect and what I predict, you're going to see more Black Democrats get arrested, get beat down, and perhaps maybe even get unalived. You're going to see one or two Black COON Democratic shields. Eventually, one of them is going to go out there on the front line and they're going to meet the same fate because this is what they're doing. How do I know? This isn't something that is masterly. This is what they're doing, so it's easy to predict. Watch this right here, fam. Now they out there talking reckless. And guess what? When all that go down, we ain't going to be there. Look at this, though. Check this out. Here we goes another one, fam, my good brothers and sisters. Hakeem Jeffries. You ain't seen him in a while, have you? When was the last time you seen this dollar store Obama? When was the last time? But he comes out. He's talking. Watch.
Expect any sort of organized response from Democrats to the arrest of Don Lemon this morning? And what do you think that says about the Trump administration?
Trump administration has systematically targeted the free and fair press because they want to intimidate America and oppose anyone who is not willing to bend the knee to their extremism. We are not going to be intimidated at all. The free and fair press is central to the foundation of American democracy. Thomas Jefferson.
There go that foundation again. Boy, they love using that term. I ain't never heard foundation so damn much.
Famously made that clear, that he would prefer a country that had newspapers over government as opposed to governments over newspapers. This is central to who we are as a country. And so Don Lemon, we know, is an accomplished journalist who was doing his job as part of the free and fair press. There's no legitimacy, no basis to Don Lemon's arrest, no basis to the arrest of the other journalists. And the American people are not going to stand for it. And House Democrats are going to stand up for them. And the rights of the free and fair press as central to American democracy and our values in terms of who we are.
But how?
I issued a statement as it relates to where.
Is this dude the lamest politician maybe ever? Is he maybe the lamest politician of all time? This dude, man, like even the way he's moving, I told him. And then I did this, and he's always using his hands. And when it doesn't even look natural. And then this came from here, and it went around, and it came back today. And Don Lemon, this dude is like 100 levels lamer than Obama. This is bad. This dude, any cringe? Is this cringe? Am I tripping, y'all? Is this cringe to watch? Watch this. Is this not cringe?
Over newspapers. This is central to who we are as a country. And so Don Lemon, we know, is an accomplished journalist who was doing his job as part of the free and fair press. There's no legitimacy, no basis to Don Lemon's arrest, no basis to the arrest of the other.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't no basis to that damn hairline you got on top of your head either. I remember about 2 years ago, I was calling him a tether, and somebody hit me up and was like, Alpha, he ain't no damn tether. Yeah, the hell he is. Yeah, and guess what? Now it's all out that he's a tether, okay? So voila, dude's a tether the whole damn time. That is cringe every time he talks. I can't stand seeing this dude talk. He just, man, he don't make no sense. He's lame. He ain't got no bass in his voice. He just out there babbling, y'all. Just making no sense whatsoever. And then guess who else came out today? Somebody else that you ain't seen in quite some time. Chuck Schumer came out today. Fam, I was just sitting here telling everybody a couple days ago that you don't see these Democrats out there in public like that anymore. And now you're slowly starting to see them come out because now they got Don Lemon to throw under the bus. Watch this.
On another issue, last night, federal agents arrested journalist Don Lemon in Los Angeles after he recently covered protest activities in Minnesota. Once again, the administration is behaving no differently from police states and authoritarian regimes across history. They've arrested a journalist for the crime of doing his job. And let's be very clear, this arrest is not just about one journalist in one incident. The arrest is a dark message to journalists everywhere. If you dare criticize this administration, watch your back. That's not a democracy. That's a police state. And that is pure authoritarian bile. Democracy will suffer if the government chokes our civil liberties. Under this administration, the Department of Justice has all too often become the Department of Vengeance. Don Lemon should be released at once and the frivolous charges against him dropped. Now on the Fed.
Didn't I say, fam, that at this point, they're holding the American public hostage? Nobody cares. Let me say this, fam. Everyone's talking about all the melee going on in America right now. Over immigrants? This is what we're talking about. Whoa. Out of all the melee going on right now in the United States of America, all the chaos, all of the hysteria, all this over illegal immigrants, who the hell signed up for this? It's the Democrats making this such a big issue, fam. The average American would much rather not see none of this go on with people who ain't even from here. We're the only country on the face of the earth that will have this much public decay, this much public chaos over people who shouldn't even be a part of the public. If illegal immigrants can cause this much confusion, this much chaos, this much strife in America, what the hell you think Russia's thinking or Iran's thinking right now? Anybody from any other country, they looking at America right now and saying, damn, we can get them to fight each other and do all this over people who ain't even supposed to be there? What the hell happens when Putin come calling? This shows you right now that the Democrats are completely inflating this. And isn't it getting quite lame and cringe how they're always trying to exaggerate something? If an ICE agent waves at somebody, they're like, oh my God, did you see him throw up that Nazi sign? What? If an ICE agent is chewing some damn bubble gum, they say, oh God, did you see how he snatched that bubble gum away from that kid? If an ICE agent moves a grandma out the way, oh God, did you see how he just threw that grandma on the ground? The whole country is watching the Democrats over-exaggerate, be dramatic and desperate, and the whole country is laughing at them. It looks pathetic. We're all seeing, everybody is watching small things that the Democrats are blowing out. Don't you see them reaching? Don't you see them trying to make something bigger than what it is? How many times have I seen something with an ICE agent and it's clear as day not that big of a deal? And then you see the Democrats just go crazy about it. Jasmine Crockett is tweeting out. Hakeem Jeffries is tweeting out. Roland Martin does a big old goddamn video sweating chicken grease. They're always just over-exaggerating. And that tells you that they're people based on fear. I want you to notice this, family. When you start talking about fear, that's all the Democrats have. But why? It's because the Democrats want to win. So the Democrats can get rid of the Department of Homeland Security and they can get rid of ICE. That's really what they want to do. That's the play, because you got to understand, nothing that they've done has worked. Nothing at all. So their last refuge, family, I'm telling y'all, they want to get to the point where they can win an election and say, okay, we're going to get rid of ICE. We're just going to get rid of it and it's going to be over with. And they're doing a lot of strange things. Something I wanted to address the other day, and it's funny because it happened while we were on air on Tuesday. And after we got off, I was like, damn, how many of you guys seen that alleged attack on Omar? Did y'all see that? When a dude comes up and he sprays her with vinegar? Fam, was that weird too? As we sit here, we talk about everything is theater. They moved the grandma out the side. They say ICE pushed them. They pushed the kid over to the side. They say they hit him with a billy club. They see an ICE agent waved at him. They said it was throwing up gang signs. Then you see this situation. And fam, this looks so damn fake to me. I'm sorry. This looks so fake. I don't think nobody believed this. Nobody at all was believing this right here. Y'all watch this.
Genome must resign or face impeachment. I don't know. Resign or face. I don't know.
Fam, brothers and sisters, what the hell was that? Fam, are they just doing anything at this point? Are they, man? Fam, let's be honest now, y'all. Let's be honest, my brothers and sisters. Now we're starting to get to the point where they're desperate, where they just making stuff up. And, you know, I'm always talking about the desperation. How desperate is this one? I don't believe this was real.
To resign or face impeachment. I don't know. Resign or face.
And the dude jumps up and the dude sprays her with vinegar. Fam, you can't make this up in America. They spraying vinegar on folks. And let's be honest, y'all. They did this because that fraud is getting a little too close to her. That's what this is, y'all. Fam, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, let's be real. That fraud is knocking on her door, and she's trying to say, well, what the hell can I say to get everybody to not focus on it? I don't believe this for 1 second. No. I don't like this at all. Shout out to my brother, the Adibus. I see you, family. Yeah, that jail is coming. But let me tell y'all something that happened. Somebody ended up putting out this photo. And fam, this is all alleged because I know folks be out there getting all upset. They be getting mad when you say things about them. Let me show y'all this right here. There's a little clip that comes out where she looks like she nods at the dude. I'm just being honest, fam. I'm just going to go ahead and put on that goddamn hat and we're going to get right to it. But I need to certify his help. Y'all got to help me with this one. Let me show y'all this. And this might be the first time a lot of people seen this view. This didn't make a lot of rounds, but y'all know I'm the man that's slowing stuff down and getting to the facts. Does she nod to this guy? Y'all let me know, and we're going to talk about it.
Impeachment. 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 Impeachment.
Did she look at him right there? Y'all, damn, she's looking right at him. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods. She's looking right at him. And as soon as she does that, he hops up. No, I'm sorry. Allegedly, this looks very, very fake. I thought it was fake when the dude's out here with some damn vinegar. Fam, she did this to get sympathy. And remember, she lied and said that ICE had detained her child and came out that was fake. Notice that story went away. Notice, fam, for somebody who had her child targeted by ICE, she ain't ever brought that up. Look at this again, fam. I'm going to slow this down and tell me, does she look right at guy?
Impeachment. 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 Impeachment.
Right there, head goes up, head goes down, eye contact. He got up immediately after that happened, y'all. Immediately. You cannot convince me that ain't fake. And then he hops up with some damn vinegar. And then you know what happened after that, brothers and sisters? Immediately after that, she went on the whole thing and said, it's Donald Trump. Trump has created this atmosphere of violence, because that's all Democrats and Republicans do. They go, you did it. No, you did it. No, you did it. No, you did it. This is why Black Americans don't identify with any group. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to ask a serious question, and I need y'all to help me out with this. Because there's going to be a lot. I've said this before. Some people get mad. I don't give a fuck. Y'all look at this right here. As a foundational Black American grassroots, because remember, foundational Black Americans are the lineage. And that's 50 million of us. So you could be 50 million different ways. So if you guys ever notice, I always say foundational Black Americans in the grassroots. So whenever we say FBA and we're talking about something that we have a particular viewpoint, we're talking about the grassroots. Okay. We're not talking about the lineage shares one big ideology, because we don't. The lineage has 50 million different ideas because there's 50 million of us. The lineage can have Republicans, it can have Democrats, it can have Christians, it can have Islamic people, it can have it all. The grassroots, we collectively move on a commonality, okay? So remember that, family. FBA is the lineage. FBA grassroots is how we view our pushing in the way that we get down. But anyway, let me ask y'all a question. Fam, is it safe to say that as the foundational Black American grassroots, we have to delineate from those who are Republicans and Democrats, even if they are FBA? Now, I'm not saying that if you are a Republican or a Democrat, you bad or none of that. What I am saying, though, is that Democrat and Republican are two white society political organizations. And if you are a part of one of those, I have to view you as somebody who has a European mind. It's hard for me to view you as somebody who's down with what we down with or looking out for the best interests of us if you rocking with the dominant society. Basically, if you see somebody that's been adopted by two W's, do they got the beliefs that we have, family? You guys say for the most part, absolutely, right? We have to truly, genuinely delineate, because the Republican, Democrat, back and forth, all of that stuff, I've yet to meet a Black Democrat or a Black Republican that I feel has the best interests of Black people in their minds. I don't see it. I see people who have the best interests of their political party. Okay, white people who are Republican and Democrat care more about their party than anything else. We can't really deal with that. So this is why I'm always talking about the foundational Black American grassroots is what I call certified Black society. We have an independent mentality. They don't. But let me tell you why a lot of that stuff done got real heavy for them. Family, right after all of that came out with the whole vinegar, this came out. And it seems like every time somebody is on her, she ends up having some type of staged event.
Major asset she listed in her financial disclosure is this winery. What does a Somali know about wineryism? Okay, that was in 2023. That was worth, according to Ilhan Omar's own financial disclosure form, between $15,000 and $50,000. But on her financial affidavit from a year later, that same winery was listed at a value of between $1 and $5 million. Just real quick. Why does a Muslim own an alcohol company? I thought that wasn't a thing in Islam. Anyway, it gets weirder. Up until yesterday, Benny Johnson was able to find their supposed inventory bottles and all the things they had, their office location, and a bunch of other information on the business. But as of today, those sites are totally shut down, and any mention of their website has been wiped off the internet. I'm talking gone. The Wayback Machine, all these other crafty little archive sites, everything is gone. Like deleted the root service. I called my computer buddy, Jim. He couldn't even find it. It was some fancy AR jargon bot machine for recovery. I don't even know who was explaining it to me. He couldn't even find it, which is weird that a company that boasted an award-winning wine, the, quote, double gold winner in 2022 San Fran Chronicle competition with a corporate value of up to $5 million would just vanish into thin air. They didn't sell it. Is it possible for this to be a functioning business and have absolutely no footprint, wiped from the internet, go from 1,000 net worth to 5 million in less than a year?
Well, no other winery on earth's done that, Carl. Anybody knows anything about this knows that the wine industry is under enormous pressure. Wineries, there's people pulling up vineyards and closing wineries, including some very well-known ones. People are drinking less wine. The economy is weighed on that in favor of cheaper alcohol options. So the wine industry has been in mad contraction for quite some time now. But more to the point, you have to have a federal license to have an alcohol facility. Where is her winery on the TTB website? That's right. The federal regulatory body that does this. So no, this doesn't exist, and it's a phantasm that the idea you can have a winery increase in value. Everybody else in the wine business knows better.
Yeah.
Damn. Every time them folks get on her tail, somebody sprays some vinegar on her. They said vinegar everywhere on you. You notice that, family? That seems to be always the play. And why is that the play? That's the play, family. It's a diversion. There are so many things going on in the United States of America and the government. I'll say this right now. I believe that the political world in America is in the most shambles I've ever seen it in. You have two political parties who are truly having a civil war that's taking to the streets. And the Republicans and Democrat voters, because remember, a real Republican and a real Democrat, those are the politicians. Everybody else is just a voter. We have this notion that you can be a Democrat. You can't be a Democrat. A Democrat is a politician. Your ass ain't nothing but somebody who votes for them. You ain't nobody that votes for the Republicans. That's all you are. So the fact that these people are in the streets fighting right now, there's so much fraud going on. A lot of things are happening. Let me tell y'all this as well. Did y'all see now Tim Walz is running around here and he's trying to act right? Put it this way. How do y'all think it's going to end in Minnesota? Think about it right now. Now, Don Lemon, this whole situation with Don Lemon, that's just a further escalation of it. Before Don Lemon, the guy just got pap last week. Before him, the girl got pap, right? And then before that, family, everybody was talking about the daycare. Now the fraud is kind of slowly disappearing. That's why, if you notice, Donald Trump has been very quiet about Don Lemon. He ain't talked about the people who got pap. Donald Trump wants to talk about the damn fraud. And is it a distraction? This is what I believe, family. Everything right now is a distraction away from the fraud that's going on. That's really what it is. Can we go there, y'all? Can we really say it for what it truly is? It's really everybody trying to get the fraud out the way because we ain't really talking about nothing. Yeah, Tim Walz came out. Tim Walz was talking crazy. Now he's saying, I'm proud to work with him. He just came out, Tim Walz, and said, I had a great conversation with Donald Trump. I had a great conversation with Tom Homan. And now he's also saying that he will never run for office again. He understands that. He's trying to duck. Heads are going to roll. What you have to do is examine the way people are acting and watch the way they're sweating. And then you could make a determination on how it's going to end up. You can tell it's going to end up bad by the way Tim Walz is sweating. Tim Walz is trying on one side, play to his base. He's trying to make it look like he cares. I'm telling y'all, Tim Walz got 1 foot out. He don't give a damn about them people getting pap. I'm going to be honest with you. Tim Walz don't give a damn about the legal immigrants. Right now, Tim Walz wants to get the hell out of his position, and he wants to go to country clubs and write books for the rest of his life. He wants to duck. He wants to hide because he know he on Donald Trump's hit list. So he's trying to keep a low-key profile. And Donald Trump's not really pivoting. Donald Trump's still on it. And when I tell everybody that that's really what's going on in the case of the matter, y'all look at this right here. There's always somebody out there saying something. There's always somebody out there babbling. There's always somebody speaking things that just ain't adding up. Brothers and sisters, y'all watch this and connect the dots.
And 3 other black journalists, Georgia Fort, Tryon Cruz, and Jamil Lundy, have been arrested and taken into custody.
Is this a tether, fam? Fam, y'all hear this? Fam, here we go. This is not America with an accent. And the first thing you do is you talk about block people. By the way, boy, I can't stand the way black Brits say black. Y'all know we say black, they say block. It's the block people in the block. I don't like how nobody says black. That's why we say we black and they melanated other people, okay? You can say mop. You want to put the O in it, put O in mop, okay? I mean mop, and we going to be black, all right? Goddamn, say it. B-L-A-C-K. Y'all don't even wear blackness. Cool. We taking blackness away from y'all, okay? And hell yeah, we got the authority to do it. You can't be black because you ain't really rocking blackness right. Get that stuff to us. Y'all want to be block. That's what I'm going to start saying, family. Okay, you got mops and blocks and docks. So you got mops, blocks, and docks. And ain't none of their asses black. We the real ones. Let's proceed. Watch this block peasant talk about blockness.
So we've all found out that Don Lemon and 3 other black journalists, Georgia Fort, Tryon Cruz, and Jamil Lundy, have been arrested and taken into custody by federal agents for doing their job, for reporting on a peaceful protest that took place in a church in Minnesota. As troubling, problematic, and triggering that is, my flabber is gasted that some of you are saying this is not America. I swear, this depth of selective amnesia should be criminal. Because what do you mean this is not America? This is America. This has been America. This is what America has been doing in other countries for decades and in America. Oh yeah, just because it happens to black people and brown people and, white Americans don't get to witness this eyeball to eyeball like they're doing now, they're like so shocked. Like, what the hell have you been? The last 2 years, a perfect example. America armed, funded, and equally committed the genocide of over 200 Palestinian journalists through its proxy, Israel. Why? Because its Palestinian journalists were doing their job.
Notice, fam, she talked about how America's been so violent and so bad, but she skipped over black Americans who have always been the consistent targets of the badness in America. Notice, y'all, every time they talk about how evil America is, they never talked about how evil the government's been towards us. She's trying to prove a point about how America's always been bad, but she don't bring up lynching. She don't bring up black codes. She don't bring up slavery. Now they skipping over slavery. Brothers and sisters, I want you to notice. They bring up slavery every time they can so they can attach it to immigrants. Now she's skipping over slavery so she can bring up Palestine. It's either they're using us, they're abusing us, or they're confusing us because they ain't us. And this is why we're black and they're block and they can kick rocks.
Witnessing and reporting on a live streamed Holocaust. But they could not afford to have these people alive, so they killed them. And I know that you guys did not care. When I say you guys, I mean those who are going, oh my God, this is not America. I know you did not care about it then, and you don't care about it now because you were ready to back the very people who made that atrocity possible, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Because it was okay when it was happening over there. And now that it's happening now, you're like, oh my God, but look at what Trump is doing. No. You see, Biden and Harris ran so that Trump could fly. Trump is only doing what America has been doing. Do you understand? The chickens have come home to freaking roost. And it's about to...
Oh, my God. Family, did she just try to use the chickens have come home? Can they leave us the hell alone? Leave us alone. Quit stealing things from black Americans. You ain't even giving no credence to our struggle, but yet you want to go in and bring up Malcolm X, whose whole life was about our struggle. You see what we be saying, y'all? Do you see why we got to check these folks? All y'all let the tethers talk people. All y'all let them breathe now. Y'all being mean to them. This is why. Because they'll sit there and say, let me come in your house. Let me take words from Malcolm X. Let me take words from Huey Newton. Let me take words from Dr. Martin Luther King. And let me just skip over everything else y'all doing.
People wake up to this fact. The fact that because it was okay when it was happening over there. And now that it's happening now, you're like, oh my God, but look at what Trump is doing. No. You see, Biden and Harris ran so that Trump could fly. Trump is only doing what America has been doing. Do you understand? The chickens have come home to freaking roost. And it's about that people wake up to this fact. the fact that they've tried this out on 4 black journalists. Oh, they will get to white journalists, don't you worry. But usually when the atrocity starts, it starts against black people. And that's what you're seeing here. Trump and his administration are testing American soil to see how...
But she didn't bring up black people the whole time. Family, listen to what she just said. She said it starts with black people. But she did not mention black people one time. Family, she said it starts with black people while she's talking about Palestinians. Do you see how ruthless they are and how they just are prone to take us? They're prone to take things foundational black Americans are doing. You see what we be saying, y'all? This is all cap, 110%.
Father can get away with these atrocities by killing American citizens, desecrating the U.S. Constitution, and violating human rights. So sure, keep on with This Is Not America, and the real America will show up.
Jeez, oh goodness, fam. Man, oh man, oh my. This is why you can't trust block people. When they block, you can't trust them because they're just too block to understand. The hell out of here. Fam, this is why we gatekeep and we regulate and we delineate. And delineation is not the nice business. You got to be about that life, fam. Because I want y'all to notice, she goes in there. This is why it's so mix and match. She sat there and threw Kamala Harris and Joe Biden under the bus, tied them in to Donald Trump. You would think she would say that and actually understand black Americans to somewhat degree, right? Nope. She skips over us and then she tries to put all of our energy off on everyone else. Family, black American struggle is a coupon to everybody else. Black American struggle is just a coupon and it's an EBT card. It's a coupon to where you can gain you some type of access, get you some type of benefits and resources and never do anything or give a damn about black folks who are really about that life in the process. And we have to continuously shut this down because they are always going to be out there saying exactly what she just said right there, running her mouth exactly the way she did. And foundational black Americans got to be the ones to shut it all the way the hell down. Because if we don't, who the hell are? And like I said, family, and I'll say this consistently, delineation is a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Y'all look at this right here. Check this out. This is why Don Lemon was getting a little bold and they had to go ahead and peel on back. Watch this right here. It's a lot of things with Don Lemon, but I want y'all to see here how Don Lemon was talking reckless about Trump. And remember, Trump sees and he hears everything. Watch this.
I don't even know how else. I mean, it's just, I hate to even say it. Like, I hate to even say your name. I don't even like to hear your voice. It's so gross. It sounds like you're vomiting when you talk. Everything is like that. And you wonder where all the hate comes from in this country. It comes from you. You are the promoter of hate in this country. The example of it. And you expect people to respect you when you have no respect for other people and zero respect for the office that you hold. And so I'm giving you the same energy that you give others. That's how I feel about it. Fuck you, piece of shit. Rob Reiner can't say it. I'm going to say it. You know what, Donald Trump, fuck you.
There you go. There you go, family. That right there. There you go. Hey, when they come and they get to knocking and they pulling up to your spot, it is what it, yeah. I would say, Tutti Frutti down here, he trying to get bold. He trying to get bold and buck. You know what I'm saying? He trying to, man, I'm dead right now. F you. I don't give a damn what you think. I don't care what you say. Well, the problem is for him is that those handcuffs know what damn time it is. And you're going to find out the hard way because individuals, the hard way. Yeah, he'll probably like that. And watch this, fam. More individuals talking that talk, and it's that block talk.
I'm going to lay this at the throne and leave y'all there alone after I say this because I'm tired of some of y'all. So four black people, 4 black journalists specifically have been arrested for the First Amendment right that we all get to have. At least that's what everybody says. We get to say what we want to say. We get to say anything. We can say whatever we want. We can't be censored, right? But then I see in the comment section, what's pissing me off is that I'm seeing black people in comment sections, and I should stay out the comment section, but I see them in comment sections saying shit like, y'all gonna learn to leave churches alone. What are we talking about? What are you saying? I in my brain, I was like, well, you know, what white people have done in black churches is bomb them, burn them on fire, like set them on fire, like shot people up in said churches. And y'all niggas talking about y'all gonna learn to leave churches alone. I just want y'all to stop with the BS because the 4 journalists that I'm specifically talking about did exactly what they're supposed to do because they're journalists. That's what journalists do. So what are we talking about? That's all I'm gonna say because y'all are really pissing me off. Okay, so I'm a lay this.
Did she just basically say people defending no protest in church are the bad ones? Yeah, y'all hearing this? Tell me y'all hearing this the way I'm hearing this. She just basically said, she was like, yeah, I can't believe y'all in there saying leave church alone. Damn. So she's advocating for people running up in churches? She's advocating for people to do whatever the hell they want when it comes to church? Really? Really, really, really? Isn't this par for the course, though, family? Isn't this exactly what we're talking about? Out here trying to basically get individuals to support running up in churches. She's like, damn, just run up in the church. Who cares, right? It's just a church. Who gives a damn? That is the mindset of the damn Democrats, fam. That's how the Democrats is moving. That's how they move. They just like, hey, man, just run up in the church. There's no problem. And that's what we say. They've created this atmosphere of lawlessness. Absolutely. Absolutely. The atmosphere of lawlessness that has been perpetuated by the Democrats is going to consistently go down. Consistently, fam. Because what we said, fam, there ain't no rules. I'm here to let everybody know. I'm going to take straight up and down, okay, off rip, off top. Everybody know what we're going for. Quite frankly, in the United States of America, and Black Americans are very aware of this, so therefore we've been playing the game very, very strategic and very smart. Let me say this, fam. There's really no rules. America's the circus right now. It's a circus. There's no rules. You can just run up it. People can just come into the country, do whatever the hell they want. Black Americans, pretty much, we're the only ones abiding by the law. Because anybody who's subscribing to the Republican or the Democratic Party, y'all in a civil war. You can't talk to me about law when y'all in a damn civil war. We the only ones out here. I gave the example the other day. Black Americans aren't committing crimes, so therefore a lot of those state prisons are suing the government because they can't provide any form of convicts for them. Black Americans, we ain't really doing nothing. Everybody else is out there lawless, just doing whatever the hell they want. You know what I'm saying? Civil war. We've been talking about the Civil War for how long, brothers and sisters? We've been talking about the Civil War. And this is what it is. And Don Lemon ain't nothing more than just the new person involved. And by the way, all those block people that they be talking about, let me show y'all this right here. This is what I mean when I say they're lawless and they're criminals. And by the way, enjoy it too, fam. I want y'all to enjoy this, okay? I want y'all to enjoy this because what I'm seeing here now, those two W's, they were breaking the law. They got pat-papped. Don Lemon and those 4 block people, they were breaking the law. They got locked up. See, the thing is now we can point at them for all of their lawlessness. And by the way, Don Lemon, you was talking all of that trash about Black Americans. We litter. We come from bad families. We sag our pants too much. But you just got arrested and went to jail. So I'm not going to listen to no damn convict try to lecture Black Americans as a lineage, heritage, and culture. My lineage, heritage, and culture, we damn good. We thriving. We out here line dancing. Your ass was just in handcuffs. You was in handcuffs, locked up in the cell with Big Bubba, and you probably like Big Bubba. So you're probably trying to go back to jail. Fam, most people want to get out of jail. Don Lemon probably trying to go back to jail to the same precinct. He want to be locked in the same cell block with the same Big Bubba. Don Lemon, okay, I'm speaking to your husband right now. You better go ahead and try to keep Don Lemon at home. Because the time you turn around and you blink, Don Lemon going to go out there and rob a bank just so he gets re-locked up. And you ain't going to get Don Lemon back. I'm telling you, Don Lemon's husband, all right? We're just going to call you Chad right now. Chad, your marriage is going to be over with the next time Don Lemon goes back to jail. They're going to say, Don, they're going to open up the gates. They're going to say, Don, you can go ahead and leave. He said, I'm just going to stay here. I just want to stay. He going to throw his arm around Bubba, or Bubba going to throw his arm around him. And Chad, you never going to see him again. So to save your fruit cup marriage, you need to go ahead and make sure Don stays out of trouble. Because Don was in trouble and Don liked trouble. He got into some good trouble with Big Bubba. So stay out of FBA business and worry about why you are the criminal and you got arrested because you are the convict. And when I tell y'all this, look at this, family. This is who they want us to get behind. We're not getting behind this. Hell no. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Look at this, fam. Look at this. These are the people who want you to take to the streets. Look at it. These people got mug shots. They got much. Ain't they always talking about us, family? Ain't they always talking about us? You guys got the criminal record. You a hate group. You guys are such a damn evil FBA cult. Yeah, but these damn Democrats got them some mug shots, though. Look at this. Look at it. Yeah, here go their handler. Family, do any of these individuals look like somebody who abides by the law? Do these look like people who comply? Or do these look like a bunch of criminals? This is what it looks like to me, brothers and sisters. Oh, look, is they saying, is this Don Lemon's? Is this? I don't know if this is true or not, fam. Somebody got to check for me if this is Don Lemon's smoke shot. He got that face because they said, we're taking you away from Bubba. He said, no, don't take me away. Look at this, fam. You see it? Look at it. These are not law-abiding citizens. These are convicts. Convicts can't speak to us. No. She looked like Big Bertha. That ain't even Big Bertha. That's Big Bushmeat. That's her. Hey, that's her name right there, fam, because this ain't no damn Black American talking about slavery and you study Black American culture. How the hell you got to study something that you claim you are of? The hell up out of here. We ask questions because we of the lineage. This big bushmeat, and she trying to put some bushmeat down on you. She probably trying to lay some bushmeat on this. This is what it is, family. They in there bumping bushmeat. They rubbing bushmeat together. Seeing if it gets some sparks. They trying to burn the whole damn thing down. Bumping bushmeat. Y'all the bumping bushmeat Bertha twins. And y'all both goddamn mugshots and convict records. You a damn criminal. I ain't listening to no criminal. Black Americans ain't going to no damn ICE protest. All them damn criminal protesters. I ain't no criminal. I'm a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen. I love America. I am a United States American who stands on American business. I do not run with meth head Matthew. I do not run with Bushmeat Bertha, number one, or Bushmeat Bertha, number two. You ain't gonna try to get us to get on that same page. Black Americans, we ain't rocking with Don Lemonade. Hell no. So you can take that one and you can get the hell up out of here because foundational Black Americans don't give a damn. If you feel me. Checkmate. Fam, this is what we be saying. And it is what it is. They gonna have to understand. The more you trying to get Black Americans to fall for all your criminality tactics, it ain't there. And the reason why I'm so much of a certified foundational Black American, the reason why I speak the way I do, because fam, this is what's got them upset. This is what's got them upset. See, they can't pull that patriotism stuff on us because we're standing on lineage-based patriotism from the United States. Democrats right now are talking about lawlessness and anti-American. Remember, Democrats are saying how bad America is. Democrats are talking about we need to leave America. You don't sound like you love America. You sound very un-American. Family, can we start calling out the un-Americans? This is what you got to do, brothers and sisters. Start calling out these un-Americans. These people who don't love this country. These people who tear down things in this country. They burn things in this country. They wave Mexican flags. Nobody was prepared for Black Americans to be beholden and upholding the United States. That's not what they wanted. They always want, notice, fam, what they always wanted to do to us. They always wanted to classify us as criminals, and they always want to classify us as Africans, right? Ain't that what they always wanted to do? Now, if you look, they're the ones running around here being criminals, and they're the ones out here acting like Africans. So if you notice, fam, all of the anti-American rhetoric's coming from that side. This is messing up the game. This is one of the key components to delineation, is that you can't un-American us. Because we're like, no, I love America. They'll come to you right now and be like, don't you hate America? How evil it is? No, I love this country, man. Well, I'm just saying, though, I mean, all the lawlessness in America is just so bad. Don't you want to leave? No, I don't want to leave. I ain't going nowhere. I built this thing. You want to leave? Well, no, I don't want to leave, but you're acting like you want to leave. You're acting very, very unpatriotic there, Mr. Democrat man. Well, it's not that I'm unpatriotic. It's just that this country hasn't done it. No, this country is what it is. And my people built this thing, maintain and sustain this thing. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I don't flee. And since I don't flee, that means that I'm going to wave the American flag. Notice, fam, they want to wave the Mexican flag or condone waving the Mexican flag. We're not doing that. That's what they're doing right now. So the fact that they're doing all of that right now, and we're doing what we're doing, we got the upper hand and we got the advantage. And family, I'm going to take it to the streets now. Fam, brothers and sisters, get ready. I need y'all to, hey, if you're sitting down, sit up in your chair, because I'm going to show you two prime examples of exactly what I'm talking about these individuals, and just quite frankly, how lawless they are. And quite frankly, how defeated these individuals are and how they're always going to be this way. If you see all of the turmoil that's going on in the United States of America brought to you by everybody else. Let me say this before I proceed. Family. When you start talking about the United States of America and you start talking about everything that's going on in the United States of America, I want you to remember this, fam. The very fact that everything that you're seeing that is bad in America, it doesn't have a black face to it. Not at all. This is why they're promoting us to go out there. The narratives have shifted. Foundational Black Americans, we're not only not being targeted, because what you have here is you have resentment that Black Americans aren't being targeted. That is making a lot of people upset. But as we're not being targeted, simultaneously, we're also the main ones promoting the positive energy. Anytime people are talking about America, they're talking about FBA. Nobody's really talking about any of these other people. Look at this right here, what I mean. This is who the Democrats love. Watch this guy right here talking about America. Somebody said it's so icy. I like that. Yeah, D. Check this out. Look at this guy. Look at this man. Look at these Democrats. This is who they stand behind. We're over here pushing patriotism. They're pushing this.
I personally have been stopped in my own neighborhood where they show up almost every single day to be asked to identify myself. Jesus. They took photos to scan our faces so that they can put in their databases. Nobody's asking what they're going to do with that. They've detained US citizens in front of me while I'm begging them to let them go. My own kids' school in middle school and high school went into lockdown because of fear of ICE being outside the school. Never imagined that we will go on a lockdown when there's a law enforcement outside.
Family, my good, certified foundational Black Americans, look who's at the podium. Look who's doing all the babbling. Look who's doing all the talking. And look who's behind them. Look at the color and the accent of the mop at the podium. And look at all of his W handlers. This right to here is a prime example of what we have stated. You got all the Democrats who are in the background who got to use melanated mop man as a spokesperson because Black Americans aren't present. If you ever needed evidence to how we're calling these people out and their motives, there you go. Fam, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I think this may be worth 1 billion. This is the current state of the United States of America. Illegal immigrants who are being pushed in front by W liberals. And since Black Americans aren't there, they got to go and get Mr. Mutombo Mop Man. He's got to talk about America. He's got to speak on it. Y'all know, like I know 20 years ago, that would have been some Democratic shield, some church-going boule person. But they can't go out there because we've rendered the boule useless, so the boule can't go out. So now you're seeing them pull out their tether pets. And he's talking, and all of them are behind. Fam, this right here, this money. This is money right here. Look at them. Look at this lady. Look at this man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy way in the back. This ain't nothing than them saying, good old tether pet. Go read that script I wrote for you, Mr. Mutombo. Mr. Mutombo went out there and said, I will. This is the current state of affairs in the USA.
Because of fear of ICE being outside the school. Never imagined that we will go on a lockdown when there's a law enforcement outside. The schools right now have become a place where every corner there are people who are watching out. And we're being told those are terrorists. When we define people who are defending their communities, when I've got people who cannot leave their homes today because of fear, legal residents, citizens who cannot come out, that their neighbors are supporting one another. The neighbors who are coming together every single day to provide them groceries, the help, the routine things that every person takes normal. Nothing is normal anymore. I personally...
Wait. Nothing is normal anymore? How the hell you know? You ain't from here. What is your example of what normal was? The immigration office? See, this whole thing with these immigrants and they're getting that battery put in their back by the white liberals and they go out there and they say all these damning things about America. They say this ain't America. This ain't normal no more. I'm here to let you know, your average American, regardless of their race, is looking at these foreigners throw dirt on this country, and we saying, well, if you don't like it, then leave. Get the hell out of here. You ain't winning nobody over, no new recruits. You ain't getting no sympathy being somebody who comes here from an S-hole country and then saying things like, this ain't normal. Because let me tell you something. It is normal that Black Americans have always been targeted. And your ass wasn't here when it happened. So what do you know about what's normal? You don't know about any of that. Only thing you know is how to go to the immigration office, throw your damn hand in the air, and pledge allegiance to the flag as a 37-year-old man, something we was doing when we was 5. I don't want to see no big grown-ass person pledge allegiance. Fam, let me tell you this. If your ass is grown and you still got to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America, your ass ain't no American. We ain't said the damn Pledge of Allegiance since we was kids. And your ass is 57 years old with a gray beard, gray mustache, and you talking about that allegiance to the flag, butchering the goddamn word. Allegiance be whooping their ass. I pledge allegiance. I pledge Aladdin. I pledge Otana. What the hell does that mean? Your ass is saying what we said when we was kids, and yet you come here and you talk that. So what's happening is, y'all, the average American is seeing that, and the average American is saying, we ain't rocking with them. And then they looking at the protest and said, we're not fighting for that. And then they seeing what goes on in the protest and they say, that ain't correct. And then they're saying that's wrong. And then they're saying the Democrats are the ones pushing it back. Family, all these protests are doing is making the American public more stern on deportations. It's having the reverse effect. That's why Don Lemonade, he's fixing to get completely broke and thrown in the trash, and you won't see him again. The whole him being a martyr, that'll last for about 30 seconds on the Democratic plantation before they get the realization. The average American don't agree with people jumping behind the wheel and trying to run over agents. And then the average American seen that W man get pap last week, and they were like, damn, okay, that could be wrong. And then the damn footage came out of the guy kicking the damn taillight and spitting on agents. That backfired. And then Don Lemon comes out and he runs up in the church with Christians. He goes to jail, comes out and gives a martyr speech. And your average American is saying, but didn't you just break and enter a church? You didn't run up in a school, which would have been wrong. You didn't run up in Walmart, which would have been wrong. You ran up in a damn church. Nothing they're doing is resonating with the people. The Democrats right now, they're trying to get America to get behind a policy that last year during the election, we all turned down. That's why I say they are a party without a message. Their number one thing is immigration and open borders. Look how much they're fighting for. Fam, as if 4 years and 30 million illegals coming to this country wasn't bad enough. You ain't even in office no more, and you're still fighting for the immigrants, the illegal immigrants on top of that. So you mean to tell me you gave us 30 million illegal immigrants, dumped them in the Black communities. Kamala Harris was the border czar for 4 years. Then the first year where you're not in power, you're taken to the damn streets, tearing things up in behalf of the illegal immigrants. The average American citizen is saying, hell no. And that's why it's starting to look a hell of a lot like Europe. Because over in Europe right now, they're saying the same exact thing. This is what it is. And then to see these immigrants go out there, have all these W's behind them so you know who their handlers are, and to say things like, this ain't normal. This ain't good. Well, if this ain't what you say it is, then you don't need to be here. Then how about this? This ain't the country for you. Can we go down that lane? Exactly. So you already see what's happening, and now you're starting to realize foundational Black Americans pushing patriotism is breaking the game. It's breaking the game. Everybody talk about breaking the internet, man. It's breaking the game, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm going to show y'all something. Bear with me, y'all, because the streets are even saying to hell with them. I'm going to show y'all brother. Bear with me. The brother looked like he from the South, gold grill in his mouth, but he's a Black American. And he's even saying he ain't rocking with them. Family, my brothers and sisters, y'all look at this right here. This right here is exactly what I be talking about. Even the brothers and sisters in the streets is saying, hell no. Look at this. Damn, this man looked like he just came back from either a world star hip hop rap video or he played the gangbanger in the Tubi movie. I don't know. But either way, he got a message for Donald Trump and illegal immigrants. And it's more along the line of what we say than what they say. Talk to him, brother.
Hey, yo. I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get this to DJ T. Get this to Donald J. Trump soon as possible. Hey, how much you paying per illegal? How much you paying per illegal? Cause I got about 50 niggas over here, tall ones, like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that I know can run a Mexican down in 0.3 seconds, easy. We can round their ass up for you. All you got to do is let me know what the price is on their head. I got some niggas out here ready to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? The dope game over with, Donald J. So,
hey, he said F the streets. He said the dope game over. He want to get into the ice game. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. Talk your talk, black man. Talk your talk.
Let's make the new game catch it illegal, chase a Mexican, Venezuelan, Honduras, and whoever.
Hey, did he say a Honduran city? You can tell he ain't been really watching the news too much, but he know about them goddamn ICE checks. He know about them payments. This they worst nightmare, y'all. This they worst damn nightmare, family. MC Pookie Loke done came to the stage, y'all. They done brought in MC Pookie Loke, and he said he got a whole damn album on World Star, and it's called How to Catch an Illegal, and he want the bag. Holla at him, Pookie Loke.
Whoever over here don't supposed to be over here, let's start paying the Americans to run them down and tie them up. Let's lasso their ass. Let's do some shit like that right there, man. Take this shit back to the Western days. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get at me, man. Let's get at me now. I'm talking about you got to at least be paying $100 per head. Cause nigga don't want to have to be chasing no motherfucking Mexicans all day long just to make $120 a day. No. $100 a head. We going to get them. We gonna catch their ass for real.
Woo! D-Zam! This they worst nightmare, y'all. The streets done showed up. The gold grills done showed up. Now they saying where the money at. Show me the money. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at? Oh, hey fam, this ain't what they want. Ain't that tying into what I was just saying? I was just saying how your average black American is looking at these illegals, talking reckless about us, throwing dirt on the country, saying things ain't the same when they weren't here. And the average black American, we ain't on that Democrat talk. The average black American, we ain't for open borders. The average black American is about the United States of America. What's whooping everybody up is that black Americans, majority, we are about closed borders and about focusing in on America and American citizens. That is the direct contradiction to open borders and all lives matter. And we ain't all lives matter. It's all about us. That's what's got them mad. And now you got the folks with the gold grills popping up. And the streets are saying it's one thing when you get your average brother and they say, yep, close the borders, call ICE. It's another thing when you get another brother and he said, close the border, call ICE. When my man pop up right there and he talking about Venezuela and he said the West turning in and he got some tall 6'1" brothers that want to lasso up some illegals. Now it's done seeped all the way into the community. Now it's went all the way there. I always tell people, when the streets start getting a hold of what they're talking about on the news every day, that means it is fully in full swing. It ain't just us activists. It ain't just new black media. It's not just conscious folk. Now the street brothers is talking about it. And I got a question for y'all. Family, where y'all think he was from? Where y'all think he was from, fam? Somebody let me know. Somebody said Florida. I think from Florida. That looked like a Florida boy. That looked like a Florida boy to me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. If y'all from the South, particularly, anyway, y'all let me know, fam. I think that's a Florida boy right there, family. I could just see it. I could just see it. And they got a lot of illegals down there, too. He want the bag. And family, working for ICE is an honest living. Remember, Don Lemon's a criminal. Don Lemon was just in jail today, as well as his constituents was in jail. They all in jail. And he out here in the street. So the brother with the gold grill, he trying to find a job, a good paying job with ICE while the Democrats is getting locked up. What y'all say? Florida. Somebody said Georgia. Mississippi. Good. Who could be? I didn't hear a Memphis accent, though. I didn't really hear the Memphis. It could be a Memphis, though. It could be New Orleans. No, I didn't really hear the New Orleans, though. I ain't really here in New Orleans. Actually, it could be Tallahassee. Yup. See, well, we know. I guarantee you from one of them, fam. I guarantee you he from one of them or got people in all of them. Family, because we may be somebody from the great state of Georgia, because y'all know I'm a Georgia man. We may be somebody from Georgia, but we may be plugged into Alabama or Florida or New York. We may be plugged into California. You never know how far it go with Black Americans. Yeah, you want me to play it again? I'll play it again. Let me play it again one more time for y'all, family. Somebody said play it again. Let me show some respect to the brother real quick. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to skip towards the back end, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch one more time to MC Pootie Low. Yeah, shout out to MC Pootie Low. Shout out and rest in peace to Shouty Low. Let's go, baby.
Is to run them down and tie them up. Let's lasso their ass. Let's do some shit like that right there, man. Take this shit back to the Western.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that man sounded Memphis. Ooh, yeah, I heard Little Memphis in that, man. Oh, okay, let's go.
Days. You heard what I'm saying? Hey, get at me, man. Let's get at me now. I'm talking about you gotta at least be paying $100 per head. Cause nigga don't want to have to be chasing no motherfucking Mexicans all day long just to make $120 a day. No. $100 a head. We going to get them. We gonna catch their ass for real.
Woo! Hey, y'all know when a Black American, when we throw that for real at the end, when we flex that for real. Anybody else just say for real? That's really real, Bob. Bob, that's so true now. You make a great point. You know when we hit you with the for real. That, hey, we whip that shit around, don't we? For real. That's what it is, fam. That's FBA all damn day. You already know. That's what I'm talking about. They ain't supposed to be happening, y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all, just in case you don't know, the Democrats spent billions of dollars trying to get us to be African. And when they weren't trying to get us to be African, they were trying to get us to be black and brown or people of color or buyout. You wasn't supposed to have no brother with no gold grill talking like the certified foundational Black American grassroots. And he out there trying to get a bag and a job. And he look like he'll get you too. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, he ain't going to play with you. He going to pull up in the goddamn Cadillac. Fam, let me tell you something. Y'all don't want them Southern boys to pull up in them goddamn lacs. They start pulling up in them damn lacs on them damn illegals. It's over with. Tom Homan, he ain't even going to have to go there. Tom Homan can sit back, relax, kick his feet up, chill out. You don't want them boys pulling up in them damn Cadillacs. They going to pull up in them dump riders spinning on 26s. Hey, you going to see 26s and brrr, beats banging. And then you going to see all the Julios just running. When you see Julios running and you hear that beat thumping, oh, everybody having a nightmare. Because that means that delineation, separation, regulating, calling ICE, calling them twice, done reach the hood. And it ain't good. Watch this, family. Even furthermore, to bring home that point, you know all this talk about, well, black folks is going to get deported. Black folks is next. It's all on y'all. Remember just last week I showed y'all that clip with them tethers that got pulled over and they was trying to make a big old scene and they were like, no, trying to incite something with the ICE agent. Let me tell you how a real Black American does. This brother's getting a ride in an Uber car, gets pulled over, and ICE pulled up. And you know what the brother did? Brother said, ain't got itch to do with me. I'm a Black American. Got up, exited out the car, walked away. Because when you're FBA, you're non-deportable, no matter what they say. But they asses got to go. Look at this. This is what we mean, family. Black Americans is running the yard, taking over everything. Let's go.
Oh, man, boss. That's them behind us?
Yeah. You're a friend of mine.
I'm a friend of yours? Boss, I'm supposed to be going to work. You getting me pulled over by police, bro.
Close your window.
I ain't closing my motherfucking window. I got a warrant, nigga. You getting me by police, man.
You see they pulling you over? Give me your license and registration right now. Soon. No, give me your license and registration. Soon, I said soon.
What happened?
Put the vehicle
Let me get out.
Black folks, y'all know we'll get out quick. And shit, I'm gone. Bye.
Night-time employee. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm going to work, so. What happened?
Put the vehicle
Let me get out. I'm a night-time employee. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm going to work, so. I got the wrong version. I don't know what's going on. Let me get the fuck out. I think it's from my supervisor while I'm late. Oh, shit.
Hold on, get it. Yeah.
I got it.
Y'all fellas have a good day. I'm going to work, man. That's crazy.
Sorry about that, man.
It's all good. I got nothing to do with it. I got a job, and y'all got a job.
Damn, I got a job, y'all got a job. Live and let live. Black Americans out here going to work. Black Americans ain't running up in no church. Hell no. One more time, run it back. Let's go.
Your license ratio for the vehicle. I said soon.
What happened?
Put the vehicle.
Let me get out. I'm a night chair employee. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm going to work, so I got the wrong version. I don't know what's going on. Let me get the fuck out. I just need this from my supervisor while I'm late. Oh, shit.
Hold on, get it. Yeah.
I got it.
Y'all fellas have a good day. I'm going to work, man. That's crazy.
Sorry about that, man.
It's all good. I got nothing to do with it. I got a job, and y'all got a job.
Damn, undeniable evidence shows you right there. The first brother, he got a job, want to get another job, working for ICE. This brother on his way to the job got out, said, I'm going to holler at my supervisor. Fam, Black Americans out here going to work. We ain't worried about illegals. We ain't worried about mayos. Y'all can have all the protests and all the rallies y'all want to. Y'all can pap each other all damn day long. Guess what we going to do? We going to wake up in the morning when that clock go off. We going to get dressed, have breakfast, go to work, come back home and do it again. Okay, all I want to do is have fun with my loved ones, my relatives and my cousins. You feel me, family? Black Americans out here enjoying life. Black Americans out here living our best life. We ain't going back and forth with no illegal. We ain't going back and forth with no criminal. We ain't going back and forth with no Democrat, Republican, nobody. When we ain't at work, we line dancing. They are so upset at our happiness. They're so upset that it's business as usual with us. They are so terrified by the fact that all of us are on the same page. Black American brothers and sisters from the East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north. Black American brothers and sisters are holding it down and letting the whole world know. We gonna smile regardless. Too bad you can't say the same thing, Mr. Illegal. Too bad you can't say the same thing, Mr. Illegal sympathizer. That man said, I'm getting up, going to work. He said, I'll walk to work. So all those people talking about you next. Well, I'm looking right now, and next was Renee Good. Next was Mr. Alex kicking taillights out of cars. Next was Don Lemon. After that will be next other Democrat, next other Mayo, next other immigrant. All the people that they said weren't going to be next, I'm seeing now they were next. And Black Americans ain't never been on none of that time because we knew from the beginning. It ain't got a damn thing to do with me. So I'm going to FBA my way out. And we're having a great time over here, FBA and our way out of all those problems, fam. I'm always telling people how great we are. I'm always telling people how certified we are. And I'm always saying it very bold, very brash with an FBA smile on my face is because it's true. And family, you'd be surprised how beautiful things are when it's true. They live in misery because they live in a lie. We living in the truth, so we too fly. And let me say this as well. When I tell y'all that that's the reality for them and the reality for us is just being our certified selves, I mean that. I can show y'all that. I can display that. We out here doing our thing. And I want everybody out there to continue doing what you're doing, continue to be certified, okay? I always want y'all. Don't let nobody tell you to quit saying this ain't our fight or stand down. Continuously tell it. Continuously put it down and let everybody know this ain't our fight. We standing the hell down and we going to continue to say it as long as it's true. Point blank, bottom line, straight up. And family, let me run this on y'all real quick. And since we're in here deep right now. I need everybody first and foremost, smash the like button. If you feeling this FBA energy and this FBA vibe that we got going on, if you feeling my bro with the gold grill who said he want to work for ICE, if you feeling my other partner who got out the car and said he going to work, if you feeling that FBA energy with the FBA brothers and sisters, good. Because Black Alpha, yo, certified brother, I want to go ahead and play a little game real quick. And I need my foundational Black Americans. Y'all know FBA Friday, we turn up. So we're going to play a game, and it's going to be Name That FBA. And I'm going to show y'all some FBA brothers and sisters, and I want to see if y'all can name them. I really want to say whoever put it in the chat first, I'm going to send you some Cash App so we can go at it. But y'all stay tuned. Everybody staying right now. We're going to cook. I'm going to play this, and I got some more clips. It's FBA Friday, right? We in here. It ain't even midnight yet, fam. It's about to snow here. I'm in the South, and it's about to snow, okay? So when it's snowing in Georgia, family, you know it's something. But y'all get ready. We about to play this game. I want everybody, get ready. I need to get your chat game ready. Here we go. I'm about to show y'all some things. I'm going to show y'all some Black Americans, and I'm going to show y'all child pictures. And I want to see if y'all can identify that FBA face. Because remember, y'all, they always talk about what we mix with, who we are. Foundational Black Americans are mixed with foundational Black Americans. Our admixture comes from ourselves, which means our phenotype don't look like you, Mutombo. It don't look like you, Fufu. It looks like ourselves. And I'm going to prove it by how my FBA responds. Family, first one up on the list. Y'all tell me right now, who is this foundational Black American child? Let's go to work. Who is that, my brothers and sisters? I am here tonight. It's FBA Friday. You rocking with Black Alpha, #1 activist, certified salute. Y'all tell me right now, who is that foundational Black American? And I will wait for the response, and we're going to go to work. Here we are, family. FBA all day. Boy, y'all on it. Prince. Boy, y'all lighting that up. Damn, look at y'all. Hey, screen record the chat right now. It's something to be amazed, y'all. It is amazing. Look at that. That man carried his face with him his whole life, didn't he? Didn't he, family? Look at that. Damn. You want to talk about a strong FBA phenotype? That right there. You said that's your cousin? That's your cousin? Okay, respect. Much love. Oh, Prince Rogers Nelson. You put the whole name in there, sister. Shout out to Prince, man. I was just watching his Super Bowl performance last night. Much love and respect. Love you, bro. All right. Okay. Y'all on it. Y'all fast with that one. Y'all fast, but I'm going to see if y'all can get this next one, though. I'm going to see if y'all can get this next one. Good one. Now, name this FBA child. See if y'all can get this one. Voila. Who could this foundational Black American childhood picture be? And y'all know, Black Americans, we still got photo albums. We got photo albums. We still got Bibles. We got birth certificates. We in here all day, family. Here we go. Shout out. And by the way, fam, we talking about Prince, and we were just talking about Minnesota. There they go. Who we got? Oh, y'all fast? Marvin Gaye. Look at that, Marvin. I'm loving how y'all putting the names in there. I'm loving it, fam. Y'all know we're throwing some nicknames and everything. You said you can tell by his smile and his teeth. Love it. Got to love it. Rest in peace to our wonderful icon, the great foundational Black American, Marvin Gaye. There you go. Man, I'm not done. We got more. Let's pop. We're going to rock up in here tonight. Here we go, family. One of these going to get you. It's going to get rougher now, too, now. I'm starting it off real smooth, fam. We about to get a little more rough. Let's see where we can go with this one. What we got next, Black Alpha? Let's see who we got. Oh, I got a good one. See if y'all can get this. Let's get some sisters up in here. Let's get some foundational Black American women up in here. So y'all already got Prince. I didn't see no wrong answers, by the way. Everybody was right. Ain't nobody in there said Chris Rock. Ain't nobody in there said Eddie Murphy. Y'all got it right. So far we had Prince, Marvin Gaye. Y'all got him ASAP. But can you get this one ASAP? How about some FBA sister energy? Who could this be? My foundational Black American brothers and sisters. I'm waiting. Let's figure this one out. We're going to figure this out together as a team. Nobody comes between us. Let's see. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see how y'all feel, if y'all know what it is. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. Look at y'all. Y'all going through. Ooh, okay. I'm going to let y'all go ahead. One person got it right. Y'all wrong as hell. Y'all wrong. Black Americans, you're wrong. One person, I see one person got it right so far. We're going to see if the rest of y'all can get it right. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to let y'all go ahead. Keep on going. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all going. Okay. My brother in there got it right. My brother got it right. Oh, no, I'm behind y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, y'all in front of me. That's on me, family. That's on me. Y'all right? Hold on. There was a delay, fam. I hit the wrong one. Excuse me. Y'all are correct. I was wrong. You guys were correct. Black Alpha was wrong. Because I ain't seen these either, fam. I ain't seen these. I had it wrong. Okay. Y'all said blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm looking. Okay. Are y'all looking? All right. Hold on. We're going to get to it. One more time. We're going to get the final verdict up in here, fam. We're going to get the final verdict. We're going to get to it. Here we go. Keep on. I'm tallying this one up because there's a lot of different answers with this one. A lot of different answers. I'm going along as we go, fam. So I ain't seen these. Fam. So a lot of these are new to your boy. New to your boy. A lot of these is new to your boy. We going down the list. Uh-huh. All right. Here we go. Family, I need somebody to check this out for me. Somebody screenshot this and find this out. I thought this was Oprah or Maya Angelou. I don't know. Somebody, I need an answer. Certified. Somebody help me. My brother was in there saying Maya Angelou. He was the only one in there. He was like, Maya Angelou. I thought this was Maya Angelou. Somebody find the answer and confirm it to me. Somebody find the answer and confirm it for your boy. We're going to have to get this correct. I thought that was Maya Angelou, but some people are saying that it's Oprah. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out. Somebody confirm it for your boy. We're going to get straight to the point, and we're going to get on it. More people say, okay, look like Maya Angelou. Okay, somebody says that's Oprah. That's Oprah. Is that Oprah, family? Okay, you saying it's Oprah. We got that confirmed, right? Uh-huh. Okay, that's definitely Oprah. All right. So, okay, let's go. There we go. Okay, boom. All right. That's 50-50. 50-50. Okay. Maya Angelou, somebody else. Boy, I love this. This is so fun. So fun. Oprah. Oh, somebody put Viola Davis. I don't think that's her. You found the pic? Somebody found it. Who is it? Somebody found the pic. Tell me who it was. Who you got? You said, look at them eyes. Maya. Confirm. Okay, it's confirmed Oprah. Okay, so it is Oprah. All right. We got it. Confirmed it's Oprah. All right, let's go. All right, let's take it back then, fam. We in here. Let's go. How about this one right here? Y'all tell me who that handsome young brother is right there. We have confirmed that it's Oprah, the last one. Now we on to the next one. So we have so far, we have Prince, Marvin Gaye. After Marvin Gaye, we had Oprah. After that, no, somebody else said it was Maya Angelou. Goddamn. But we're going to get back to this in a minute. Who is this right here, family? Who could it be? Uh-oh. There y'all go. There they go. There you go. Oh, pop. Tell them this is Thug Life, baby. That is the great Tupac Shakur. Ain't it fun? Boy, let me, hold on, real quick. Boy, we be carrying our face with us everywhere, don't we? Black, boy, we used to look like we just got stretched. Black Americans just look stretched, fam. Like we be still young and youthful. Look at that, fam. Tupac, the greatest of all time. I get around. Machiavelli lives on. Until Machiavelli returns, it's all eyes on me. All damn day long, family. The one and only, yes, the great Tupac. Yes, all damn day. Let's get it. Okay. So we have, let's go through them, okay? Let's go. So we can all agree. We got Prince. Yes, the hell we do. Shout out to the great Prince. From Prince, we went to Marvin Gaye. Okay, yes, indeed. There's conflicting reports, but I believe this is Oprah. I think it is, yeah. And somebody made a point, ain't Maya Angelou Caribbean? I'm not sure. However, that's Oprah, right? Okay, we got that confirmed. We just going down and look at these. Wonderful. Black don't cracks, family. Shout out. Tupac, much love. So if you on that Tupac energy, right? We started off real smooth, real quiet and calm with Prince. Then we got a little G'd up with it with Marvin Gaye, right? We brought in some of the sister energy, right? Then we got some thug life energy in here with Tupac Shakur. Now, family, let's go to, matter of fact, let me ask y'all this about Tupac before we go there. What's like the defining feature that y'all know when it's Tupac? How many, when you see it's like Tupac, what's the defining feature? I always see it's like right here in his face, fam, because his mom, you ever see the picture of Tupac and his grandma? And they look identical. She was just like a light, bright skin, fam. How many of y'all feel that way, family? Oh, no, okay. Maya Angelou's from Charleston, Eric. Boy, there's always somebody saying somebody's a tether. God damn. Thank you for clarifying. Fam, you can put up somebody that you knew they was born in America, somebody gonna say, that's a tether. That's a tether, Alpha. That's a tether. Okay, absolutely. And rest in peace to Maya Angelou. Much love and respect. I love me some Maya Angelou. I know people say whatever. I love her. So much love and respect. You say it's the smile? Yeah. Yep, the nose, the smile. Y'all, we breaking down FBA features up in here. Notice the FBA phenotype in the features. We got the only features out there, fam. Nobody got our features. I'm sorry, Mr. Mutombo. You're not going to be like, I look like Usher. Don't I look like Neo? No, you don't. Look at that. Uh-huh. Yep, you say he's very distinct eyes. You know what's another thing about us, fam? You ever notice, like, when we say somebody's, like, good-looking, we're not just talking about you light. We don't just say, oh, you got light eyes, you good-looking. Oh, you got light skin, you good-looking. No, we talking about your features. Everybody else just get caught on one thing. Black Americans, we go all the way there. You say his eyes and his smile? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Much respect. Okay. Well, since we got a little bit of thug life energy in here, family, much love and respect, let's go ahead and get another energy. And I need you guys to tell me right now, who is this person? Because this person's same type of vibe as Pac. It's that we don't F around energy. Who could this be? Who is that right there? This may be the easiest one on earth. This may be the easiest one of all time, family. Who is this? Okay, Maya Angelou was born in Missouri. Boy, I'm getting a lot of stuff about Maya. Maya's energy's in the air tonight. One love to Maya Angelou. We represent you from down here. Much love and respect. Family, who is this right here on your screen? Let's get to it. Absolutely. FBA are beautiful people. And we got 2,000 plus beautiful FBAs in the building tonight. Brother Malcolm, Malcolm Shabazz, Malcolm X. Yes. Shout out to the team, family. Who said Shamar Moore? Is that my brother Iron Will? Yeah, Red. Let's go. That all comes from us too. That all comes from us. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah, Lil Red Malcolm all damn day. I'm going to need more fam. I'm just keeping it real. I'm going to need the family to let them know how hard we coming with it. FBA. You said that forehead stayed the same. Yep. Damn. Look at this right here. You said it looks like Stephen Curry. Everybody smash the like button. Everybody, if you feeling these photos, fam, you feeling the FBA energy right here, smash the like button. Absolutely. Detroit Red. Yes, I need all the Detroit to stand up. I need Nebraska to stand on up. We going to have Harlem stand up in here. I need it all. I want it all, family. Malcolm X, fam. Let's give a little history lesson as we have fun tonight, right? Let's go ahead and get a little teacher on. Family, I want everybody to notice, right? We call him Red, remember? And he was good with Red Fox. And what do we always talk about with these people, right? The natives, right? Remember, like Red, they talk about the Red Indian, the Red Man. Isn't it funny how they're always talking about the indigenous person and they always talk about the Red Indian? But shit, we've been saying red for how long? Red is always red, yellow bone. Y'all know Black Americans, we've been had these terms. Think about it, fam. You think it's a coincidence that all of these other people, the red person, the yellow person, all of them, but we've been using them terms amongst ourselves to identify ourselves way before any of them, before any contact with any of them? How long Black Americans been saying red? How long Black Americans been saying that, family? Come on, red bone. Come on, family. So we've been telling each other from day one. That's us. We've been telling each other from day one before we sat down and just straight up said it like we doing now. We was already saying red, yellow bone, red bone. Where you think this came from, family? Where you think all this came from? The fact that we were saying that what we were doing was telling each other, oh, you got Aboriginal indigenous. I see that Aboriginal indigenous in you. You red. It's a little, you black, but you red. You black, but you yellow bone. That's FBA, indigenous Aboriginal. We've been saying it. High yellow. I got about 15 high yellows. My mama beige. I was telling my mama all the time, my mama is beige all day, straight up. So we got all of that in us, and we was telling each other this the whole time. So do you see how there's a history lesson within us sharing these photos? Let me tell y'all, nobody on the internet right now is going through classic photos of Black Americans and really having a fun conversation about how great we are and our features and our bloodline and our DNA and our family tree and mama and them and just this whole collective of greatness that we all are, fam. So we've been telling everybody this for a long time. And family, we got even more up in here that we have to address. If you go there, family, then the next person that we have to bring to the front stage is this gentleman right here. Because for every Malcolm, you have one of these right here. So family, y'all tell me right now, who is this? Who could this be? Somebody let me know right now. Shout out to your Aunt Red in Memphis. Much respect to your auntie. Shout out to Chickasaw, Mississippi FBA's in the building. Two Tones, Butter Pecan Deluxe, Copper Red, Copper Colored People, Indigenous. Listen to all these names about the same thing. Red Bone, High Yellow, Copper Tone. Let's go. A little bit of coca. Let's pop. Martin Luther King. FBAs are very unique. Absolutely. MLK, Dr. MLK. You got all colors in your family. So do I. Much respect. Hell, one of us might be related. You never know. You never know. Let's continue. Go down. Martin, MLK all day. Woo, the chat is moving so fast. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I love that. You said the head shape? Boy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying because our damn head tell the whole story. Our head tell the whole story. Look at these wonderful, beautiful foundational Black Americans, family. Look at these beautiful foundational Black Americans. This is wonderful. I love us. Don't you just love us? Family, can I get some 100s in the chat if you love us? If you love us, can I get some 100s in the chat? Hell, put some hearts or some praying hands. If it's nice, just put it in there. If you're loving FBA, if you're having a good time on this FBA Now Saturday, as it's the winter time and there's an ice storm across America, and we still here stronger than ever. If you're feeling the flow and loving the vibe, family, stand up and please let me know. Please let me know, family, because I'm loving this right here, y'all. We done roasted all the Democrats. We done roasted Don Lemonade, and now we right back to the game, fam, holding each other down. But I know one thing for certain. If you have that brother right there, then you always got to follow that up, because for every foundational Black American king, he has a foundational Black American queen. And we all got our foundational Black American soulmates. Family, who is this right here? I need my foundational Black American brethren to tell me right here who this is. Everybody smash the like button if you can. Put them hundreds in the chat, screen record. I'm going to post this, by the way, family. I'm going to post this on TikTok and Instagram, fam. Y'all check all of this out. Who could this be on your screen right here, right now, for every one of us foundational Black Americans? Yes, indeed. Shout out to all my beautiful foundational Black American women. Shout out to all of our certified foundational Black American sisters. If your answer was Coretta Scott King, then you are 100% correct. You got to hold down the Betty Shabazes. You got to hold down the Coretta Scotts, because they were the ones that were holding down the line in the family that allowed Martin and Malcolm to go out in them streets and hold us down. There ain't nothing, and I do mean nothing, like a foundational Black American sister. And I'm talking about from day one, at the earliest age, all the way up to adulthood. Man, we carry it. And by the way, I always thought Coretta Scott King was so pretty, family. I always did. And Betty Shabazz. I always thought they were so pretty. I love the way they carried themselves. Did y'all love the way they carried themselves? Didn't y'all? They were strong. That let you know power, it don't come in being loud and running your mouth and talking and being reckless. You know, they were very quiet in the background, holding it down. But they both were on the front line. Coretta Scott King and Betty Shabazz. Somebody told me a long time ago, they was like, yo, it takes a special Black woman to be married to a revolutionary or an activist, because every time your husband leaves that house, you don't know if he's coming back. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, it's like that in general. It don't matter where you work, because we always got to walk that tightrope, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you guys ever notice, fam, that they were so strong and they both lost their husbands and basically lived with threats the rest of their life and never complained and fussed about it. This is why Black Americans, we don't respect tethers. We don't respect tethers and we don't respect ops, because our women were out there on the front line and they were the ones out there with their husbands when their husbands were unalived, and they continue to keep on going, fam. Strong, beautiful sisters, fam. Absolutely, just beautiful. And I always thought they were just two gorgeous women, fam. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous women. So much love and respect to them. Yeah, dignity, great way. Yep. True women of grace and courage. Absolutely right, my sister. Real 100. Yes. Love. I always loved them. And then they had to continuously raise the family. Remember, when Martin was gone, she had to raise the kids. When Malcolm was gone, they had to raise the kids. And then the kids all turned out to be great in the system of supremacy. So beautiful, beautiful. But family, we talk about what's great, and we talk about who's great, and then we talk about being pretty. There's one person that always told you he was great, always told you that he was pretty, and he also might have floated like a butterfly, and he sting like a bee. Y'all tell me who this handsome, young brother right here is, because I need to know, and the people who are watching right now who may not know, this is what I'm talking about. All my young brothers and sisters watching this right now, tap in and watch your greatness, okay? Fam, I want all of us right now, I want us to act like children are watching us, fam. The youth are watching this. And if you got your children, let them come in and see this. Tap in with Uncle Alpha. Let's sit down and chop this up, fam. All the youth out there. Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, Ali the Great. Absolutely. The greatest of all time. Cassius Clay. Yes, let's go, family. Ali, Boombaye. Boy, he was pretty. That boy tell you he was pretty. That boy tell you. How your nickname, I was just saying this earlier, how your nickname the Butterfly? You know you pretty when your name is the Butterfly. Muhammad Ali was in the 1950s and 1960s. He was telling W's, not only am I going to knock you out, I'm prettier than you. Man, that was bold. Fam, I showed you scared Negroes today. You got Negroes in 2026 saying we're going to have to pack our bags and leave because Trump is going to get us next. This man was in the civil rights era when they was lynching folks on weekends, and he was knocking them out and telling everybody, yeah, I'm pretty. I'm way more pretty than you. This is what I'm talking about. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it. That man is the greatest of all time. Absolutely. What do you want, man? Yeah, and they hated Muhammad Ali. And all that stuff now where they act like they loved him. No, you didn't. You hated that man. You hated that man because that man is the greatest. Your nickname is the greatest. Yeah, I'm a bad man. Yeah. Let me give you all a little thing. And I was just telling myself the other day, I said, Alpha, you don't talk about Ali enough. And, I have his picture up here. And let me say this, Muhammad Ali is my favorite. Muhammad Ali is my favorite, family. He is my favorite. And I modeled the Black Alpha Network after Muhammad Ali because the main thing was I didn't feel that we had enough confidence. This is why I'm so in love with you guys. I'm so in love with this era because this is an era of Black American confidence. Direct, clear, efficient, regulating your ass with confidence. No longer we walking around here head down. This is why everybody's trying to get us to go back into a state of no confidence. Use an African, no confidence. Use a person of color, use a criminal, vote for me, vote blue. They're trying to get us to go back into an era of no confidence. You want to know the number one victory and indicator of this era, fam, this generation? Beyond delineating, beyond linear, it all started with confidence. We got our swagger back. That's what's so beautiful about right now, y'all. We're confident as hell. We talk that talk. We're bold. In a lot of ways, we talk just like Ali. We telling everybody, yeah, we prettier than you. We telling everybody, yeah, we smarter than you, faster, quicker, and our work speaks for itself. So when I stopped and I was getting into the game, I was like, if you painted a picture of a Black alpha, somebody who is number one, baddest mother walking, it'd be just like that man right there. And that's why I tell everybody, Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time. And he is my favorite and my idol. And I love him with a passion. That's my dude, confident all damn day long. And if you just watch Ali for 5 minutes, from the intelligent, the wit, the clever, Louisville, Kentucky, stand up. If you look at all of that right there, family, and he's 6'3" and will knock you out, and he's the best boxer ever, and he'll Ali shuffle on you, you'll get all the confidence in the world in being a Black American. Because remember, y'all, before everything else we do, you got to be confident. And now we got so much confidence, it's rubbing people wrong. It's rubbing people real wrong. Let me say this, family. I'm Black and I'm proud. Whenever we be out here, we be regulating, delineating. There's a lot of haters out there. Shout out to all the haters, all right? Shout out. Much love. Much love. Appreciate you. Appreciate you watching me. And I don't know who you are. All the haters that be mad when I be talking, y'all know I be popping my stuff. I be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking crazy, right? I'm always saying what I feel like saying. They don't get mad that I'm saying this they get mad that I got the bold brashness to say it out loud. There's a lot of people, they just don't like us talking how we feel. Black confidence is the number one thing that pisses people off and hurts their feelings, because in the system of supremacy, we're supposed to be yes sir, no sir. The whole system is meant to keep us unconfident. So if we have confidence, it pisses off. When our sisters walk with that step, that confidence pisses people off. When our brothers walk into a room, that confidence, you ain't even got to say nothing. Confidence means everything, family. So confidence is all where it's at. So when them folks be out there, they be mad at Black Alpha. You ain't mad at what I'm saying because you know what I'm saying is true. You just mad that a black man is saying it. That's what really pissing you off. You mad that a Black American man don't take no ish, and I mean what I say. I be having people saying, leave the tethers alone. It ain't about me and the tethers. What it really is that my confidence and how prideful I am of my people, that hurts your damn feelings because you think I'm an N-word who ain't supposed to be this confident. Well, guess what? I am. So deal with it. So Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You already know I love all my confident brothers and sisters, but we ain't done. Family, now let me take you to the next individual that we have lined up on this list. This is another individual who, as of late, has been a talk of conversation. And I'm going to quit giving y'all clues because y'all too damn good. I'm giving y'all clues and trying to have y'all guess it. Family, y'all tell me right now who this Black American is. Checkmate. Who possibly could that be right there in this picture, family? This goes all the way to it. Tell it like it is. I will, definitely. Much love and respect. Yes. Who is this right here on your screen? This is the foundational Black American who been holding it down for the longest amount of time, doing what it do, how it needs to be done. You got a bunch of people running around here and they really Latinos and they was acting like they was him. And then somebody came out and said that they was his daddy's son, kid, cousin, and they wasn't. And nobody believes him. And we ran all them ops off the block in 1 week. This is Huey P. Newton, not Julio Flea, not Newton. Yes, y'all got it right. Huey. Let's go. This is what we talking about. You already know. Yes, indeed. There you go all damn day long. Now you see how we represent ourselves, fam. We'll go back in pictures. We'll go back. Everything that we say about our greatness is documented. Everything that we say about our lineage is documented. We ain't got to lie. We ain't got to come up with no flop, no fluff. We ain't got to pull things out the sky. Foundational Black American excellence is front and center, right in your face. What you gonna do about it? What, make a video that don't nobody watch? What you gonna do? Haters from the sideline that don't nobody give a damn about? What you gonna do? Try to fish for a conflict with us when we don't know you? Look at that right there, family. Look at that right there. Much love and respect. That brother, let me go there, fam. Let me go there. I'm gonna go there. Check this out, family. Watch this. Who would have ever thought? What Tupac said, who thought in elementary? Look at this, family. Who would have thought that young man right there would be born to start the greatest revolutionary political organization of all time in the United States of America, and people would still be hanging on his every word 60 years later? How about this right here? Who would have thought that young brother right there, who is a Panther baby, think about this, family. Black Panther, Panther baby, both Black American, both legend. Think about it, y'all. It's time to fight back. That's what Huey said, right? You got Tupac, who's a legend from the 90s, Huey P. Newton, who's a legend from the 60s and 70s. And those are both FBA. He gave birth to this gentleman in his foundational Black American thing. But who would have thought that right there would grow up to be, by all accounts, the greatest rapper of all time? Who would have thought that this guy right here would grow up to be the most decorated musician of all time, living legend? Who would have thought that this man right here would change the game and inspire so many of foundational Black Americans to get it by any means necessary? Who would have thought that this man right there would be the smoothest, most savvy, most structural, break it down, FBA fly boy out there? Who would have thought that, family? Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? Nobody would. And of course, like we say, FBA all goddamn day, certified all the time. But guess what, y'all? There's one more person that I want to show y'all on this list right here. Since we out here and we representing foundational Black American greatness, and we representing and we putting on for the culture. You know what I'm saying? FBA all damn day long because we are the culture. You dig? Let me show y'all this person right here. And if you can guess this, you bet. Let me tell you something. Anybody who can guess this right there, I might have to really hit you up with some cash app. Okay, so we done went all the way down the line. Family hit up the 60s or 70s. We done went through the 80s. We went through the 90s. Now let's bring it all into the 2000s, family, because what I'm always telling everybody is that we continuously move forward. We continuously go on, and them FBA features is on all of us, fam. We're beautiful people. Our sisters is the most beautiful. Our brothers, our cousins, our aunts, our uncles, everything about us is the best, right? Damn right it is. Our resume speaks for itself. Damn right it does. It's FBA all damn day long, for sure. Let me show y'all this individual right here, and I'm open to see who can guess this one right. Y'all got a lot of the other ones right, but now let's bring it into more modern times. Let's bring it into this era of FBA greatness, the Renaissance era. Who could this handsome, young Black American be right here? Somebody tell me, can you figure out who this individual is? And I need to know. Boy, y'all go. Boy, y'all in the chat. Y'all be effing me up. I can't with y'all. Absolutely, we are unique. Somebody tell me right now, who could be that Black American? Who could be the individual in this photo? We done went through them all. We done broke it down. Boy, y'all. I can't even trick y'all. How the hell y'all know? How the hell y'all know? Come on, man. I mean, that is a handsome fellow, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he might have grew up to be like the #1 activist on the earth and stuff. You know, I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I like to believe he's a very attractive brother, you know what I'm saying, holding it down and representing to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? But how in the hell did y'all already, was I giving out too many hints? Damn, what we talking about? We in here though, family, all day. Yes, your cousin Alpha's in the building. You already know. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you could. How'd you know that was me? Let me ask this question, fam. Was it me talking or? Hold on, wait a minute now. How'd y'all know that was Black Alpha? I'm the only one to put his baby picture up. You feel me? Everybody talking about what this, that. You know, I put it all on the line, family. How'd you know? I know I still got the same forehead though. Let me tell you, there's a difference between an FBA forehead and a Fleetman forehead. Okay, they got us beat by about 3 football fields. All right. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters. How y'all know though, fam? Goddamn. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, this is me, for the record. Yes, indeed, family. That is me. That is the eyes don't lie. There they go. You ain't lying. Did I give it away? Did I give it away? Damn. I was tipping it away. D-Zam. That right there is young Black Alpha. When I was a youngster. Yeah, hey, my family, yeah, hey, them cheeks. Hey, y'all family got cheeks too, fam. My family, the giveaway be the cheeks. Somebody be like, yo, that's so-and-so's kid, like one of my uncles or something. And we be like, let's see them cheeks. Them cheeks ain't got our cheeks, fam. We be like, nah, ain't that like an FBA thing, though? How many Black American families, like one of our like defining characteristics is our cheeks? Y'all let me know, is that the same with y'all family? That's how it is with mine. Let's see. There we go, family. Yes. That's your boy. That's your boy on the come up, man. You know what I'm saying? Just holding it down, you know, just keeping it real all the way live. You feel me? Represent Black American. Yeah, the Black American standard foreheads. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, cheekbones. Yeah, absolutely, fam. Y'all same way? Yeah, fam. Somebody come around and be like, you know that so-and-so's kid. We be like, let's see the baby. Baby cheeks don't be nothing like ours. We be like, no, it ain't. Nah, take that kid back to his other parent because that ain't ours. Absolutely. Yep. Cheeks, dimples, the way we are. Yep. All the way, family. Yes, indeed. Yeah, them high cheekbones. Yes. You already know that's how we get down. You know, foundational Black Americans right there. Appreciate it. Yes. So that is Black Alpha Network. You know what I'm saying? And for the record, I have nothing I pale in comparison to everybody else that I showed. I'm just throwing that out there for fun, family, because it's all of them. And then I'm like nowhere even close. Okay. Like they're like so far up here. I'm not even in the picture. You feel me? Like that right there. Everyone else is the standard, from Prince, Marvin Gaye, Coretta Scott, Martin, all that. They are the standard. And I'm just somebody who follows them. You know what I'm saying? So much admiration and respect. See, one thing about us, fam, we don't do what Drake did. You know what I'm saying? They say, you the next Michael Jackson. He said, yeah, I am. We do like Chris Brown did when Chris Brown said, I'm not. Michael Jackson. Or like Usher, I'm not Michael Jackson. All heads must bow. So those individuals, they are far more superior, far greater, and they are, without them, there would be no me. So I'm not even in the picture. That right there is them, fam. So it's all about FBA, and we're absolutely modest and we're very humble. So I struggle being humble sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to FBA, legends, icons, greatness, family tree, I have no problem taking the back seat, fam. I'll walk, okay? You know what I'm saying? What they say, the elevator to success is broken, take the stairs. I'll take the stairs, family. You know, I'll hold the door open for them. You feel me? So it's all about them and much love, and they are here, and I'm just trying to, you know, get there. That's all. You feel me? So much love and respect to the whole family. I appreciate the love. Family, we don't went down the whole list, the whole line. One thing for certain, we have broke down all of these great things and all these great foundational Black Americans. Alpha Luther X. I like that. I like that. Yeah, much humble, man. Always be humble. Always show respect, fam. One thing about us, we show respect to our icons and our legends. I don't trust anybody who runs around here and says, I'm better than the icons. No. If anything, fam, you can sit at the table, but you can't be the only one at the table. You know what I'm saying? So we show respect to all of our icons and legends, those that didn't make it, those we can't see. And no, fam, there ain't no us without them. There ain't none of this without all of them, family. So we have so much love and admiration for them. So we got to hold each other down. You know what I'm saying? With much love and respect. And hopefully, you know, with hard work, with dedication, with perseverance, hopefully one day, you know, 20, 30, 15, whatever many years from now, somebody could be having a show right now showing all these icons, and maybe they'll show my baby picture. Maybe, you know, but you got to get there yet, man. You got to earn it. So everything worth having is worth working for. So we got to work for it. But family, if you love that and you loved all of those beautiful foundational Black Americans and the humble nature in which we have, how we show respect to each other. One thing about FBA, fam, nobody bigger than the program. Nobody's bigger than the program. We all love each other. We all hold each other down. If my brother needed, my sister needed, it don't matter. I'm willing to take less so my brother can have more. That's what it is. I'm willing to take less so my sister can have more. And family, when I talk about having more and I talk about being great and I talk about holding it down, let me tell y'all, if you loved that, then you're going to love this. Who is ready for this right here? Shout out to my brother Tariq. If you're ready for HC6, then I need you to go ahead and smash that like button, throw a hundreds in the chat, family, because it's about to go down. HC6 is about on the line, family. Y'all stay ready, and I'm telling y'all, back to change the game again. Legendary. Breaking it down. New time, new wave, and it's the same old FBA soul with the same old FBA riders and the same FBA energy. We still out here holding it down, representing to the fullest, putting that foundational Black American flag all the way high in the sky, letting the world know there's only one of us and can't nobody see us. You can't touch us. You can't beat us. Get ready. Family, it's going to be a beautiful spring. It's going to be a beautiful summer. And it is about to go down. And I can't wait to see the family out there for this one. So y'all stay good. Y'all stay strong. Certified all damn day. FBA run the yard. HC6. Family, you mean to tell me that everything going on in America, we are where we are now with the reparations generation. There's an FBA renaissance, a delineation movement. The certified regulators are in the house. We are running everything in America. These people out here feuding and fighting. All of that's going on. And in 2026, there's about to be a Hidden Colors 6 in this time, in this era. And we about to show up and enter the stage. Damn right. Oh, it's about to be crazy. Family, you can't buy that type of timing, but it's here now and it's going down. So y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. It has been another beautiful FBA Friday. We're going to continue to break it down. We're going to continue to have a great time. It has been wonderful, fam. I showed y'all my baby picture. I'm the only one in all the Black media is going to show you. I showed y'all my baby picture, showed y'all my grandparents. I showed y'all my great-great-grandparents, fam, because it's all love and it's all family. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I put it all on the line out there, fam. Nobody is going to stop our FBA foundational Black American grassroots. And nobody's going to stop them certified regulators, family. So when you step into place, just know one thing, family. You can step into a building and it could be one of us, but you got 50 million of us right behind you. And then you've got eternity of ancestors looking over you. Ain't that great? Because we great. Y'all enjoy your night. I'm about to go get ready for some snow. It's about to go down. Straight up, shout out to the whole team, man. This is one of my favorite episodes, man. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. I'm probably going to go live on Sunday. So we'll go back live on Sunday and break it down, man. But y'all get ready. FBA all day. Renaissance, Reparation Generation, Certified Black Society, HC6 in the place. All of my beautiful foundational Black American brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods. We in here. We run here. It's all ours, man. And I can't wait to see you guys on the flip side, on the other side. All right? Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe and stay vigilant. But let me say this before we go. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. Y'all know I be wanting to go, but I got to bring it back. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. If you listening to me right now, you can hear me, and you my certified sister, just know you the most beautiful woman on the planet. And if you listening to me right now, and you my brother, just know you the strongest brother on the planet. And if you listen to me right now, both of y'all, I'm your brother. So when you put all of us together, family, foundational Black Americans, we undisputed, we undefeated, we unmatched, we unbreakable, and we stronger than ever. Certified salute from your boy, your cousin, Black Alpha Network. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Y'all stay good. And remember, no matter where you go, no matter where you at, no matter what you doing, always remember that Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Love you with a passion. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.